Hey, what's good? This is Order of Opinion. And today, we're doing something new.
Brand new.
We're starting our Pirates of the Caribbean series episodes. We're going to do all the fucking whack Pirates movies. Jesus Christ. Can we make an accord to fucking kill ourselves after we do this series?
Well, it might not be an accord, it might be a necessity.
And we're starting with the new release, A Dead Man Tales No Tales.
Dead Men Tell No Tales, because we're just going to keep ripping shit off from the ride.
Yeah.
Sparrow. Yeah, Sparrow.
We're starting with the new release. If you fucking watch it, apparently it's like 10% fucking domestic sales.
20% Chinese, 80%
Jack's like,
Japanese.
Johnny Depp's like, I'm still loved in Japan. They're okay with me beating my wife.
He's like, I dress like they do. Do you have any scarves? Maybe a hat.
He's 53 years old.
He's 53 years old and he dresses like a child who found its mom's clothing.
No, he dresses like Keith Richards.
Yeah,
which just shows how retarded Keith Richards is.
Keith Richards.
Is he dead yet?
No, he's an
Can we trade him for Paul Walker?
Keith Richards is an actual pirate. You didn't know that?
No, he's an actual wannabe pirate.
He's
one of the only dudes that's famous for wanting to be a pirate. That's why Johnny Depp's like, that's who I look up to. He also had scabies and fucking rusting, staph-infected syphilis on the side of his cheek. We took my girlfriend to go watch this shit. Yeah, we do have girlfriends and we are real people. We're not just cartoonish fucking drawn things with words that come... What do we have on our logo? It's fucking like
just curse
a dollar
symbols.
sign and
a
dick, I think, or some shit.
It would have been better if it was a dick. That would have been funny.
Yeah, actually.
Just two dicks coming out. Not going in, coming out.
I forgot what I was actually going to say. Oh, we'll get into the movie. Just fucking subscribe. Right? If you're on iTunes right now, fucking subscribe. If you're on Soundcloud, follow. We're not bots.
We try not to be.
I don't know how we're getting plays. I don't know why our fucking most popular episode is Tokyo Drift right now on SoundCloud.
Drift,
This shows you the kind of fucking fans you can get.
Because that's the starting point of all things good and fucking Fast and Furious.
Yeah, so check out our previous episodes. We've done every movie in Fast and Furious, X-Men, Star Wars, Harry Potter, MCU. We're just going to do fucking series till you're tired of us. So if you don't like it, go fuck yourselves. And if you're a true fan, go fucking make 10 more accounts and download our shit 100,000 times on each account.
Or steal us a pirate ship so that we can start
and we may get a sponsorship.
Yeah.
Maybe from what? Payless?
East India Trading Company.
Or fucking rum.
Rum, that'd be cool. Captain Morgan, we'll sponsor you, I guess, you fucking pirates.
Savvy?
Do we have an accord?
Yeah, today we're going with the new release, and if you follow us on Twitter and Facebook, you'll see our release schedule going to come out for the whole Pirate series. So after this, we're going to go in order. We're going to go just 1 through 4. We're going to save the shittiest for last and the best for the first, I guess, this time. God. And Disney, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah. Disney, oh my God, can we have an accord? Can we parlay Disney? You need to stop making these. You had one good one, and 2 bearable, and then 2 terrible.
This whole movie, a dead man's fucking dildo tale, whatever the fuck this is, with fucking Salazar's Spanish flu crew. That's how they really died. That's what the devil's dick hole is, whatever the fuck that is you fly into the Spanish flu. If you're Spanish, you get the Spanish flu.
You get fucking, it's a syphilis cave. Is that why Jack Sparrow got a little too close and got scabies?
Yeah, he got too close and he just got fucking a little... Or is that a treasure map to his syphilis venture? He's like, I got the scar after Calypso. She's like, he's a man.
He's a man.
I took Davy Jones' black cum in my mouth and I haven't stopped spitting it out since.
Well, that's what
Davy Jones.
That's what happens when you... That scar is what happens when you make out with Calypso.
Me gave Jack Sparrow crabs. The sand crabs. That's why he was hallucinating it in fucking the third movie, because he was like, oh, God, Calypso's crabs after me again.
He's like, oh, my crotch itches so much. Maybe if I grow enough pubic hair, I can get these crabs to help me move this ship.
Or if not, she pisses me off again, I'll just beat her. Wait, is that my character or is that me in real life? I don't know.
God, can you imagine how many...
I live in France. It's all right. I don't have to put on deodorant.
I love the French. Can you imagine how many pubes a pirate has?
Oh, God. He'd probably braid them. That's one thing I will admit. Out of everything fruity with the fucking flock of feathers or flock of seagulls, fucking dirty dancing 1980s. At this point, Jack Sparrow was just frolicking around. It wasn't even like, oh, he's a drunk asshole. Because he was a drunk asshole. He was a complete drunk. But he's just frolicking at this point. Well, he's so feminine, it's fucking... He should be in Pretty in Pink. Just frolicking around. Dancing around.
If that's what his character is going to be in the new monster movie series, is like, it's sort of like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but it's more of like being gay.
Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, meaning if you don't know if you're a woman or a man.
Yeah, it's just...
And either way, you're going to beat women.
Just transgendered Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. By the light of the moon, he becomes a woman.
And my thing is, has he become Jack Sparrow so much that, like, it is affecting his real life?
Yeah,
maybe that's why he does beat his wife.
Well,
because he's like, "Arr! You didn't make an accord, you fucking bitch."
Savvy? My theory is that he didn't...
I had scabies. Sorry, Amanda.
He didn't beat his wife, though. He was just prancing around the house with his arms out, and he smacked her on
like
accident.
That South Park episode? Like, he doesn't really beat her up, he just slaps her, and she's like, oh no.
No, he was just doing some Jack Sparrow shit, spun in a circle, and slapped her because he didn't see her.
He's 4 years old, dude.
Yeah, can he die already?
Go home with this shit.
Can he just have a heart attack? Does he have scabies? He's in a rock group.
He's getting that, like, bloated, I've been drinking too long look. You know?
Yeah.
Like, he's getting, like, he's not fat, but his skin is just being bloated.
This is how much...
Because he's an alcoholic in real life, I think.
Well, yeah, he's a rock star. Well, quote-unquote rock star.
He based the whole character off Keith Richards. And just like Keith Richards, if he were to perform to, like, a bunch of Lil Uzi fans right now, America doesn't fucking care, bro.
Most Americans probably don't know who Keith Richards is.
His ship was even named the Dying Goldstone.
Yeah, it was.
Whatever the fuck it was.
It's like it's the kidney stone. It's the name of the ship, sorry.
And the whole movie, literally, is just about old, been dead, or have died men out for their own fucking bullshit vendettas. Like, that's all the fucking movie is about. It's like, Barbossa's like, oh, me must have the Black Pearl, even though I'm a pimp now, and now I have a daughter, which I put my kidney stone on her journal. It's just to follow the stars now. It's a dick and a kidney stone, you get it?
Apparently.
We have an accord.
I'm a captain, I know the stars.
That's Barbossa. It's about Johnny Depp realizing his real life and fucking fake life
Are the same...
Jack Sparrow character that he's a drunk.
Jack Sparrow's net worth is going down at the same time as his. The same rate. They're both bankrupt.
And he's just trying to scrump and scumbag his way through by, like, extorting money from his own friends.
I'm surprised he didn't hit Karina on the boat. He was like, this is where I'm at now.
And Salazar just being, like... Salazar trying to kill Jack Sparrow because Jack Sparrow's now just reduced to not being smart or clever, doesn't be clever during battles, doesn't have a clever plan at the end, and he's just become and that's what he does it. Hey, how do I balance on this, huh?
Savvy. Yeah, dude, it sucks.
He's a fucking retarded, drunk trapeze artist.
Well, not only that, but it's like just the whole, like, him chasing him in general. It's like, dude, Salazar, you were murdering all the pirates, and this fool just tried to escape, and you got clapped. So it's sort of your fault.
No, he's just butthurt that he got outsmarted by a fucking retard-looking flock of seagulls-looking motherfucker.
A 16-year-old CGI pirate.
Even when he was like, did they have to make his voice sound like that when they showed Jack?
Yeah.
It's like,
come to the devil's dildo. You get locked in there, he's like, a bootstrap turn. Yuck, Sparrow.
The way I see it, there's only two of us, and I've never sucked a Spanish cock.
I didn't know this was 21 Yump Street.
Yuck, Sparrow.
Yuck.
Oh. That was such a waste of him, too.
Yeah, he could have been an awesome villain, but they barely had him talk, and when he did talk, he was explaining his own story.
Yeah.
Like, there's no gravity
or he's
to
just,
it.
but like I said, it was because Jack Sparrow was reduced to just, and like a cartoon. Like, he's a fucking cartoon now. A very feminine, gay one. It's sad. It's pathetic to watch Salazar try and kill him and be so mad about it.
Yeah, 'cause Salazar could have just left him alone and he would have died in like 2 years.
Right? It's like a dad who's like pissed off at like his kid's dog. He's like, I'm gonna fucking kill this thing. That's what it was. It was just sad.
It's more of like a dad who's pissed off at his kid's dog who has cancer and can't stop shitting on the carpet. He's like, you're fucking useless and terrible, and I'm gonna kill you anyway.
And on the other side of thing, the fucking William Turner, Keira Knightley #2 act that they had.
Karina and fucking young Turner.
Yeah, young Turner. That's all I'm gonna call him. They're fucking page master. It's a fucking horror movie puzzle that they figured out the way they say shit.
Page master.
It's fucking page master. They're like, oh, here's another riddle. Break the trident in half and shove it in my ass, and everything divides. Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
It's like, oh,
what did this? How did Pirates go from the first one to just literally being about pirates and Jack Sparrow being a random drunk genius, to like gods and like kidney stone mountains and islands and
right around like the third
trident?
one.
It's just, oh god, dude, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, it is.
You know what
weird.
I gave it? I gave it a 2.9.
Damn.
That's as fucking good as I can give it. The only reason why it's a 2.9 out of 10 is because accidentally and a very small portion of it was somewhat funny. That's it.
Barbossa's cool.
Yeah, and Barbossa's always cool.
I gave it a fucking 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was pretty fucking bad. It's not the worst one, but Jesus Christ, it's terrible.
And fucking Barbossa's nose is just molding off. Like,
Dude.
it's becoming so moldy, I feel like it's just gonna rot off.
He has like pirate cataracts too. Like, what kind of ganja did he find on the fucking high seas?
Definitely not on a farm, because grass
Milking a cow.
on me farm, milking a cow
to make cheese. What do I look like? A fucking faggot.
And he instantly regrets his decision as he like is like, oh, I should have just gone on me farm.
Right? Salazar might not have been a good choice.
Oh god. He because he becomes a pimp. Like Barbossa's like a pimp.
Yeah, he's Moneybags McGee over here, fucking just like.
Because he's a commodore. Now he has a fleet of ships.
Bro, did he find pirates? Like, because he is a pirate.
Yeah.
So did he find 3 pirates specifically to play him music?
I don't know.
Because that's what it seems. That's how much of a pimp he is now. He has a band.
But back to Turner and Karina, like, bro, they're just solving riddles that were made up.
Yeah. That were
like, first off, there is a map that no man can read. So, and it's like, she's like, I'm not a witch. I'm a fucking scientist. Even though I'm going to be a weirdo for 2 days straight and carve shit in the walls. No wonder they think you're a fucking witch.
Yeah.
Like, you're going through exorcisms in their fucking jail.
They're like, how did you learn math?
Woman! Pirate!
No woman's ever touched my ding-a-ling before. She must be a witch. Was it Herschel? No woman's ever touched my Herschel.
She can draw a perfect triangle. She's a witch.
Is that a circle on the wall? Those are numbers. I don't even know those.
Yeah, can they make men any more fucking stupid in this movie?
Well, this was a feminist movie.
And she's just a self-righteous cunt.
Yeah.
Because even when she's wrong like 7 different times in the movie, because Turner's such a fucking faggot that she's like, yeah, bitch, shut up, and you're going to fucking eat my pussy like it's sucking my dick. You piece of shit. And Turner's like, oh, okay.
She is wrong a lot.
Even when he pulls the gun on Jack Sparrow's like, Jack Sparrow's like, dude, I don't even got powder in this. Shut the fuck up, bitch.
He's like, I'm going to point this at you, but fuck
Turner's
you.
a bitch.
Turner is a bitch. But yeah, Karina is like one of those characters that's just like, she's too self-righteous that even when she's wrong, and then she's like, a map no man can read because I'm a woman. It's like, no, actually, you're an astronomer. It has nothing to do with you being a woman.
Astronomer? That means you fuck donkeys. I like Scum. Whatever the fuck his name was.
Yeah.
Scrum. This shit's hilarious because, like, Jack Sparrow, like, he's so washed up within his own movie. Like, it's like Pirates of the Caribbean is like, yeah, we're tired of it. But we're going to keep making it because these fucking small dick Japanese people keep buying it up.
Well, that's because I don't get it. It's like one of those things.
Because they had Chow Yun-Fat one time, and they were like, oh, wasn't he, like, on CBS one time?
I don't know if he was ever on CBS.
He was on, remember he had that show?
Which one?
Oh, God. He had that show on CBS. It's like something about, like, cops, except for he did, like, some fat Chinese man fucking kung fu.
He did fucking Rush Hour, the actual
That's why his
show.
name is Chow Yun-Fat.
He made the real Rush Hour show.
Young Ho Fat.
Young Ho Fat, yeah. That's his sister's name.
Savvy?
Savvy.
He's so fucking washed up that and drunk in his own life that it's leaking to Pirates of the Caribbean. Pirates are just like, yeah, we're like sort of tired of it. We're not even gonna write Johnny Depp to be clever anymore.
They
We
had
don't
to
give
make
a fuck.
that his
Let's just
character.
make him a cartoon. They used slow-mo in this movie, which I'm not sure if they've used it before, but it looked fucking gay. It's misplaced in Pirates. I don't know why, but slow motion in Pirates of the Caribbean is super misplaced to me.
Well, I think it's because I don't know if this is the first one in 3D, but now that we're in the age of 3D, like, everything has a slow-mo shot now.
Yeah.
So it's like, I guess...
Yeah, it's Johnny Depp pissing with his syphilis wiener and his schmegma because he hasn't washed himself in a year. They must have all had, like, shown that in slow motion.
Dude, him peeling back his foreskin to clean his dick in slow motion.
With the schmegma. They all have schmegma.
You have
all
to
of them.
assume, unless they're Jewish.
Especially the dwarf.
The dwarf has dwarf schmegma.
The dwarf is, yeah.
Which is actually just gold.
Yeah, it's instead of him being cleverly written like he is in 3 of the movies and somewhat in the 4th one, where he's actually doing something clever and has a plan at the end, he literally is just grunts and screams as he's drunk.
It's true. Grunts, screams, and just like him saying like nothing really, but sort of talking.
Yeah,
like
it's sad. It's pathetic. It's really sad and pathetic.
Or he's talking to himself,
and he's trying to just scrump his friends out of money at every turn.
Yeah, is he
He's charging for info, like just life info now. Like that's apparently Johnny Depp.
Not even good life info, just some weird shit that he had to do once. And not only that, but it's...
if you have a brunette, it's best to rape the sister and kill the brother.
Savvy?
Savvy? And he's like, no, Savvy. What the fuck kind of sick fuck are you? He's like, I'm Johnny Depp, mate. I'm 53 years old.
He's like,
what else do you want me to say?
When you're 53 and you've made 73 flops, and you can't love a brunette, you just punch your blonde wife.
That's what I'm saying. He is a dying rock star. This is his last hope. He only had his one, like, plethora of hits or one good CD, but everything else sucked and no one else wants to hear anything else. Johnny Depp's terrible. He's going to ruin the Harry Potter series. He's going to ruin younger 20-year-old women's lives by abusing them, choking them out with scarves, whatever the fuck he does. Because he's like, here's me closet. He's like, why am I talking like this in real life? And he's like, here's me closet, and I have a whole little closet for me scarves.
He looks like a dude.
I have dick scarves as well. I wrap it around the penis tip of my head.
You know what's funny too is Johnny Depp looks like a dude that would introduce you to cocaine. Like
do it off your cock. He'd be like, hey, can I snort it off your cock?
They're like, dude,
savvy? No.
Savvy?
No fucking savvy.
They're probably like, dude, we don't want Johnny Depp to have eyeliner. He's like, no, this is my life.
And it's probably his idea. He's like, give me the staph-infected syphilis.
He's like,
it's the only way to be authentic.
That X on my cheek is for my children.
I've always wanted to know what it felt like to have syphilis.
I
fucked every whore in France.
I'm sure he does now. I'm a Parisian god.
I put mayonnaise on my cock and I fucked every French whore I could find.
How bad can it be?
And Barbossa's like, mate. You want to run a train on some Margaret Smith? I'll be the one to nut in her.
He's like, not to hate Barbossa, but you're pretty ugly. I don't want to see you while I'm having sex.
On second thought, who cares?
Jeffrey Rush.
Savvy?
Jeffrey Rush is like, I'm only 65, but I look like I'm 110.
You see the pores in me nose? I'm trying to make boats where I can float them in there.
I already got the reservoir.
Well, it's just a story about old men trying to fulfill their vendettas. Because even think about the ending, right? Spoilers, bitches. I know it's new. But the ending when fucking Barbossa's Tom Pettying down the fucking sea in his pity fall. He's like, oh, I saved me daughter. Even though I'll probably live again, I have to find my kidney stone. That's the key to my power of living.
Someone will find me in the ocean.
He doesn't care about dying. Barbossa hasn't cared about dying for fucking 4 movies.
Yeah, I don't think he
bitch,
has.
I've been dead for hundreds of years and lived immortally. Then I came back to life, died, and was brought back to life by some black tar heroin whore.
Now I'm
I don't
stuck,
fucking care.
and I'm rich.
And I'm fucking rich. And I run the British fleet.
He's probably like, I'm probably going to die in like 6 months anyway.
He doesn't fucking care. He's like, you see how big the kidney stone is? My kidneys have failed.
Lifespan of a pirate's 4 winters.
I gave me daughter me kidney stone.
And
It's for good luck. Do we have an accord?
I figured she could have at least got a better life with that stone.
It fucking sucked, but it's great to talk about.
Yeah.
I will say that. So the movie starts out with fucking Little Turner. What the fuck was his name? Was it Henry? He had some gay white name.
I think it was, yeah. Hank Turner.
He had he wrote out the dimensions of his father's curse list. And he had a father's, he's like, father's curse. And it was just lines and stars. And I didn't get it. He's like, that's why William really left. He's like, God, my kids are fucking, I'm not coming to shore anymore.
He's like, young Henry, because Henry is his actual name. I just looked up. He's like, young Hank, you're an idiot. You almost drowned yourself to find me. You didn't even know.
I'm half coral reef now.
How did you know?
Look at me. I look worse than Barbados.
Really?
Whatever, is it Barbossa?
Barbossa,
He's white. Why does he have this Brazilian name?
Because it's a Spanish name. He's Spaniard.
Is he Spaniard?
I don't even think I think it's like Jack Sparrow.
He's the most gargoyle-ish fucking ugliest motherfucker I've ever seen. Is that Jeffrey Ross in real life?
Yeah, sort of.
God, what movie is he in? I don't remember.
He's in a bunch of foreign
I know
shit.
he's in hella movies. I just don't I can't think of one off the top of my head.
Well,
Because this is freestyling, by the way. So if you think it's funny, remember, this is freestyle. We don't script our shit out like half these fags. Right? Oh my God, I spent 97,000 hours on my first episode.
You gotta edit the fuck out of it. Which we have,
Jesus.
but...
I write... Yeah, but we don't write out a script like a bitch.
Yeah, we edit it because we say shit we shouldn't.
Or
because your neighbors are being faggots. And since I just said faggot, you must wonder, what's the shit they said they had to edit out? You don't want to know.
I just like saying gay and faggot. It has nothing to do with
retard.
Gayness or...
There's other words that are terrible. But
I've been punked by a gay man before.
I
met a gay
you met
gangster.
Ashton Kutcher?
I met a gay gangster who punked me. I was like, oh shit.
I thought you just met Ashton Kutcher. And he's like, you've been punked!
I'm Jobs!
Bro.
I'm that 70s show. You remember that? They're still playing reruns.
Remember when I was young? Not married to an 80-year-old?
Oh, God. Demi Moore has a vacuum pussy now.
Yeah, she's got to be 60.
There's so much air and it can't breathe in and out. It just sucks your dick in. That's the only way you come.
She's got to be between 55 and 60.
She's at least 65. She's a senior.
65? Holy shit. Up.
No, I don't think so. I think she was 50 when she dated Ashley. She's probably 60.
That had to have been 10 years ago.
Yeah, she's 60.
Demi Moore is an old whore.
She is a whore.
I guess. Well, I mean, she's stuck with Ashton Kutcher.
She should have been in Pirates of the Caribbean. She would fit in perfectly. Just a dried out whore. Like Johnny Depp's mom.
Oh,
they're like,
shit.
You're a horologist. He's like, my mom was a horologist, and the dwarf is like, yeah, I know about that.
It's like, sure.
And Scum's like, you fucked my mom, you dwarf.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so Turner's being a fucking idiot. He puts Barbossa's kidney stones to weigh him down to the ship.
How did he know he was going to be there? No one knows. It's Pirates of the fucking Caribbean, bro. That ship could have been anywhere in the oceans.
Yeah.
Whatever.
And the Flying Dutchman comes out, and he meets his dad, and Orlando Bloom's like, son, can't you see I'm cursing? I'm trying to avoid being in these fucking movies.
He's like, I'm tired. I don't want to be a father.
Yeah, just go away.
It's like, this is a better life.
I thought he was going to pull out the sword on him.
Yeah, he should have.
It looked like it.
Could have ended the movie right there, saved us a lot of time.
And that's when he's like, oh, hey, Dad, I found out about a trident. He's like, son, these plots are getting more fucking retarded as we go. He's like, just leave it alone and stay away from Jack. He has syphilis on his fucking cheek.
And he's like, I get we've alluded to, Aztec gods and Calypso, but fucking Poseidon, are you kidding me? And his trident?
He's like, here, take this rock that's worth nothing in my rotting tooth. Here you go. There's a piece of coral as well. It'll mean something later.
Here's a little bit of me hair. It's actually seaweed now. He's like, Dad, this is just seaweed. Get the fuck out of here.
And then we see Turner later on just being a scumbag, of course, because he couldn't make anything of his life. So he's now a poop deck pooper, whatever he is.
A poop deck
He's the guy underneath that has to fucking wheel the... whatever the fuck goes on in boats.
He poops the poop before the
I think they just show in Pirates how shitty being on a boat was back in the day.
Because it seems like sometimes there's just a dude that doesn't have a job hanging around.
And the rest of them are just slaving for hours. rain, sleet, or snow, or fucking kidney stones, or syphilis.
It's like, hey man,
They're
maybe
pushing through everything. Scabies.
Maybe if you paid them more, you wouldn't have to whip them, and then you wouldn't have to pay that guy to whip them.
Right.
And
he's like, he uses his like a mirror as the British guy's yelling at everybody. He doesn't say shit to him apparently.
Well, yeah, because he's under the deck jerking off.
Yeah, jerking off to himself in the mirror.
It's like, I'm pretty.
And Turner, being the idiot that he is, he's like, hey, believe me, I know myths. Because I'm going to use my argument as saying they're myths.
There's a myth. Yeah,
I know myths, and I know they're true, okay? Believe me.
He doesn't even say that. He's like, I don't understand if the myths are true, but I've been studying them for like a long time. I'm like a pirate conspiracy theorist.
Right.
It's like aliens made Barbossa. That's why he's so ugly.
Oh my, yeah, dude, his beard looks like an Australian Terrier diarrheaed on itself.
Which is funny, he's an Australian actor, so maybe it is.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we have an accord? You make me look better if I rape Johnny Depp. With my leg.
Acting in these movies makes wishing immortality was real. Because I'm going to die soon. You've seen my eyes.
He's one thing I do want to give, we will in the future give credit, but Barbossa's like, what's his name? Fucking Theoroff Ross? What did you say? Is it
Jeffrey Ross? Theoroff Ross? I don't even think Theoroff is
he's
real.
He's an Arab dictator. He is a pirate. Like, I feel like he is this ugly in real life to be a pirate.
Yeah. I mean,
like, this was his like dream role.
And Johnny Depp's that queer in real life to be a pirate, or butt pirate at least.
Whatever they tried to make a pirate look like. Like, bro, he literally fought, like, what is up with, and I mean flock of seagulls, meaning, like, his little over the bandana, like, braid tail. Like, it's like a braided tail.
It's something. I mean,
it's just blonde, and, like, how did he look more feminine? I know he's looked the same for the same movie, because as they show, Johnny Depp's such a scumbag, that when he gets paid tribute, that's everything that he has on him.
Yeah.
He doesn't buy anything new in the future. He just, like, basically scrumped everything that was given to him in a fucking tribute.
It seems like he's worn the same clothes for a while. Like, at least 20 years.
The same trinkets.
The same trinkets, too. He's like, this is useless, but I like it. This is a whale penis. It's what I honestly think.
It's a whale penis bone.
That's what I think is that bone hanging off his fucking hat. Maybe not a whale, but that's definitely a fish penis bone.
And some black guy gave him a beaded red at his little yachty. He's like, can I be your second captain?
Hey,
for one night?
Captain.
He's like, we shouldn't go there because it gets cold in Minnesota.
Hey, man, I was just hanging out here and I seen some ghosts of some Spaniards.
And after he fucks Johnny Depp, he pulls and he eats his ass. He pulls his face out. He's like, peekaboo, peekaboo. Poop on the peekaboo. That would be great if Lil Yachty was in this movie. I probably would have gave it an 8. He's like, Lil Yachty, hey, can I design y'all pirate costumes?
I'm the fucking designer for Nautica.
And he would fit in too because he sounds like a fucking retard. That's what pirates are. Fucking retards.
Garmy, matey.
Yeah, and back to the plot. Turner fucking pushes out the officer that was barking orders, saying absolutely nothing. As they're entering the devil's butthole, or whatever the fuck that is.
Like, you see
That's just so stupid, by the way. That's worse than the Fountain of Youth.
The Devil's Triangle?
Yeah.
I just assumed it was the Bermuda Triangle.
It was just a rock butthole. That's all it was.
That's the entryway to the devil's anus.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah, I know myths. Like, believe me, I once jerked off to the Kraken.
Kraken doesn't talk. I wish it did. I loved it.
And it's like, you dare give us orders, boy. You see how feminine I can make a British accent sound.
Let me do some queer tradition and tear your sleeves. Traitor.
Traitor.
Get off my boat.
No, they throw him in jail.
Get in my boat.
And the Salazar Spanish flu crew, because they're fucking deteriorating from the Spanish flu, they're like, it even affects us when we're dead. They're at some point they were like, dude, it's Jack Sparrow.
Yeah, Sparrow.
Okay, we said it in the script. Stop making it more Spanish than it needs to be. He's like, you mean Sparrow?
Yeah, he loses the C and the K at some point and just becomes Sparrow. Sparrow. Was that like Ross Perot's cousin or something?
And apparently they haven't seen action movies in the last 30 years because they thought it would be amazing to have them run on water. Which I guess was cool, but it's like,
They could have done anything.
Yeah. Bro, they threw rotted sharks.
That shit was
like, just fucking, oh my God. They're just running out, you know?
They're definitely running out of...
How did they make me miss Penelope Cruz?
You know,
and her very small neck and face with her giant titties. I don't get it.
Fun fact, though, I just learned this day, Javier Bardem's married to Penelope Cruz.
Who's that?
Really? Salazar.
Oh.
So are they building Pirates Empire?
Did he get salmonella from fucking a bird? Oh, God. That's all I had to say about that. And, like, so, you know, they fucking kill everyone on the poop deck. And then that's when he has himself. No, the fucking old man poops himself. Yeah, he's like,
He literally just keeps going, ah.
Then they're like, dude, we weren't even going to kill you fucking retard.
The one dude's just like, silence. Sparrow, you know this guy?
No, first he's like... He was grosser than Calypso, because at least Calypso, he's like, him was a man. I am made of crabs. That's how much of an STD I am.
He's like, I got Calypso's gonorrhea. It makes you spit up black cum.
I based my character off Rihanna.
Dude, boy, do you know this man, Sparrow? That's what he asked Turner, and Turner's like, I don't know him, but I'm looking for him. He's like, when you find
No, at first he didn't know what to say. He's like, oh, you're looking for him. He's like, dude, yeah, if you just keep that Spanish flu breath away from me, you motherfucker.
You not spit that shit in my face, bro. I'm going to have to go, like, burn this off of me.
Yeah, and so, you know, basically, he tells him, you know, fucking go finger Jack Sparrow. That's basically what Salazar says.
When you find him, you tell him, when I see the daylight, I'll find your Sparrow penis. I'll cut it off and shove it up his butt. Because dead men...
Up his culo, eh? It's like, am I Mexican or Spanish? I don't know.
Sparrow. You mean Jack Dog? No, Sparrow.
And then we see this fucking cunt. She is a cunt to me. I hate her.
Yeah.
I really hate her.
What, Karina?
Yeah.
I'm a woman of science.
It's like, I'm not a witch, okay?
I'm a witch, just because I can read and I know, like, you're
I know I've been carving on walls for the last 4 fucking days, and that doesn't freak anyone out, right?
Touch that
I'm a fucking scientist, even though nothing that is written seems like science. There's no fucking equations.
It's
just numbers. A triangle and fucking numbers and
That's
degrees.
Addition. That's subtraction.
I drew my dad's kidney stone. It's rotting now.
I've been drawing the same picture for the whole movie.
Then why do you guys keep letting me keep my journal in jail? And why do I sound like this? She had nice tits, though.
How come no one's frisking me? You think they would just throw me in jail naked? I would.
And so she escapes and pisses on the old man, and then we meet, you know, dun 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 dun.
Well, as the bank dedication starts, they have a vault.
In St. Martin, we are all white somehow.
6 inches of cock is the only thing that can open it.
And none of us have it, because we're British. Inbred penises are smaller.
Do you see my face? I'm inbred as fuck.
So then we see Faramir just being like, oh, I should have died in Lord of the Rings.
He's like, God.
Just kill me.
What's going on?
That was one thing about the movie, too. Like, at least they always had this clever British third party that was like, I'm going to ruin the day, but actually just die every time. Like, he...
Dude, then this one was even more blasé than the rest of them. They're just like, yeah, go fuck themselves.
They didn't even cause an itch on the pirates. Like, it wasn't even like they had to worry about them at all.
I can't tell if this Navy or the Spanish Navy from the 4th one might have been the lazier one. I can't tell in terms of script writing.
Right? I don't know.
Because in the 4th one, they don't even fuck with them. They just know they're there. In this one, they
no, because Barbossa is the leader now.
Yeah, he's a privateer.
So, I guess pirates respect that, I guess.
I don't know.
Because what's funny is he took, like, the British Army and Navy and turned them into pirates. Like, if you see their boat It clearly looks like they just robbed a bunch of shit.
No, because what a privateer was literally just someone they hired to be a pirate. It wasn't part of their navy. It was just like, yo, you have a boat? Okay, go fight these fools.
So he just goes and robs pirates.
Yeah.
Wow. Barbossa's the shit.
Barbossa
why didn't he give that? So now it's starting to make sense why he didn't give it up.
Yeah. He just wanted to keep being a fucking
He had bones
pirate.
all across his boat.
He killed a lot of people. He was Captain Hook in this one, bro.
He was Captain Hook.
He just needed a shmee.
Yeah, so we open the vault, and now we see that, Jack Sparrow has gone so low to rock bottom that he's falling asleep in his own licks.
He doesn't even remember why he's there. He even has to ask them. He's like, bro, why am I in a vault?
And he's so more, animated drunk in this one. He's like, oh, I'm gonna dance around.
He's like, I know you're about to shoot me, but can I take another sip of me whiskey? Sorry.
Yeah, and he's in the vault, and of course he fucks bitches, which he gives syphilis to, which is actually thinking about is very fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's gross.
He's
She's
a
gonna die.
53-year-old man.
How long has he had scabies? He says years, but if you do the timeline of the movies, it's been 10 years.
Telling you, it's a map to a syphilis voyage. How much syphilis could I get?
He's like, this is a map to the syphilis that makes you live forever, but your penis burns off. Oh, God. It's a curse.
And apparently the girl that was in there was the 2-inch penis British fucking announcer. He was like, oh, Francois.
He's like, kill that. Yeah, because at first he's like, kill that whore. The dude's like, I think that whore's your wife. He's like, oh shit. What a strumpet.
And then Johnny Depp's like, oh, I think I remember. I'm gonna die.
Oh, rob the bank. Ha!
And he's just sloppy, bro. As the midget and Gibbs are pulling. They're like, hey, Disney, thanks for this. We're gonna do something stupid now.
We know you.
Can we make it a ride? Can we be in the ride? And they're like, no, the dwarf has to be this tall to be in the ride.
No, damn it. I'll just go pee gold over here. I'm magic.
And that's what I'm saying. It used to be planned, and then it was random. Now it's just random, because he didn't even know how to escape what was going to happen. He was going to get blasted.
Yeah, he was going to get fucked. He was going to die essentially.
He's Jar Jar Binks.
In this
he's fucking Jar Jar Binks. He accidentally does something amazing.
Yeah, he's Jar Jar Binks in that fucking battle. He just spins around, throws.
Because he gets caught up by the rope as they're pulling the house with the vault away.
Yeah, they took the whole bank.
And Johnny Depp doesn't even notice that all of the gold is falling out, so he doesn't even care about putting it, closing the vault, literally. And he gets dragged, and he's drinking while getting dragged. That's how sad he's becoming. It's not even funny anymore. It's just sad alcoholism.
This one especially is the deterioration into an alcoholic.
And all the while, the woman, she sneaks into a science place.
Observatory?
Yeah, whatever.
And she touches.
And apparently women can't look at fucking, what are those called? Telescopes?
It's a telescope.
She can't look at telescopes.
The stars.
And she even offers him double the money for the chronometer. And he's like, wait, you know things about space?
Which?
He's
like, no woman has ever touched my Herschel. It's another dick joke, don't you get it?
And Jack Sparrow walks in time, and he takes another drink.
And he's so drunk, he doesn't even know where he's at this point.
Yeah, he's, his stick's so old that you could tell Johnny Depp's like, oh, God, do I gotta be drunk? I'm trying to save my own real life from fucking alcoholism. Do I have to keep drinking in this movie?
Right? Because even with his dialogue, he's like, a witch and a pirate. He's like, it's your lucky day. Now, can I get the fuck out of here?
They escape together. And Jack Sparrow, this is what I like about Jack Sparrow. He doesn't give a fuck about bitches. He doesn't fucking care. Besides Penelope Cruz, he's like, oh, that sweet Mexican pussy. I can't avoid that. It somehow avoids my syphilis.
Yeah, because he saves her just to fucking use her as bait.
Yeah, because he just pushes her off.
He's like, I need you to scream. And he pushes her onto a cart of hay.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an Assassin's Creed.
And then he swings on a fucking flagpole.
He's like, it's flexible like my dick.
Oh my God, that was a joke. And then he fucking jumps onto her bridge.
Runs.
And runs fast enough while drunk to conveniently have the bridge be destroyed as the house gets destroyed so that just the vault comes out, and then he lands on the vault.
Would have been funnier if he was so drunk he stumbled off the bridge and, like, hit his head on the vault.
That's exactly what he did.
No, I mean, like, literally just tripped and, like, spun for a while. Fucking, like, just got knocked the fuck out.
That was funny. That would be funny. Yeah, and then they open the vault, which you would assume the vault is at least worth fucking a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right? And he finds one coin, he just fucking takes it. For anyone realizes it, that shit was hilarious.
Because he's a scrump. And then because it's empty, he tries to make them pay him.
Well, no, because they're all bitching.
Yeah.
Like, Scrum's like, oh, how can I afford something for me whore mom and me rugby?
My mom was a horologist.
And where did the fucking, the dirty Action Bronson dude come from? Like, he looked like a dirty Action Bronson. He was just like, wait, women that can only read a map should we rape and kill her?
Really? Like, he's like, I ain't going with no captain that ain't got a ship.
It's funny because, like, his crew, like, I get the running joke of the pirates that his crew's willing to turn on Jack Sparrow all the time. But in this one, they're, like, finding excuses to turn on him.
At one point,
like,
they're just
even small shit.
Yeah, they're not even going to mutiny him at one point. They're just going to kill him. When they know they're going to die, so they're like, let's kill him first.
And they're getting pissed off at him about it. About the robbery, them not getting the money, and Jack Sparrow's like, bitch, what the fuck do you think I've been doing, man? I'm 53 fucking years old. What other fucking rhyme riddle could I think of to make you guys do things for me?
My bigger question is, Jack Sparrow is like, bro, I obviously slept in there, and you guys had the ropes on there. Why did you decide to pull it at the most populated time?
But if he wasn't asleep in there, the vault wouldn't be fucking open.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Why did they wait to pull it when they were giving the speech?
They were waiting for the signal. He didn't know what he was doing.
Oh, that's right. They were waiting there for hours just for him to fucking tell him to go.
Like, they should have done it a hell of a long time ago.
Oh, shit. Yeah,
that's how fucking, like, that's how washed up he got. And, like, he wanted tribute for just the idea.
Yeah.
And then, like, what's funny, because they're so over him, they're like, dude, you don't even have a ship that works. This is, like, half of a fucking ship, and half of it has syphilis around the wood. He's like, that's because I rub it on your cheek, me. He's like, one thing we do have that doesn't have syphilis yet. Actually, it has a bunch of syphilis. It's the black pearl.
I just pee on it.
Do you see the bottle? And even Gibbs, who gave him the bottle, was like, oh, God, can you just get off of everything you're doing, you fucking idiot?
Well, yeah, because in this one, I guess they sort of explain, like, yeah, you needed the sword to open the bottle. But in the other one, like, where he steals all the bottles, they don't say any of that shit.
Yeah. But even Gibbs, like, knows it exists, and Gibbs is like, oh, God. This old man just dreaming of his old war story. He's a fucking idiot.
He's like, it might as well have been a model on a bottle.
Can I go back to being homeless with the pigs? That was good pussy.
I like Tortuga. When was the last time we went there?
And he's like, what about Monaco in France? They're like, dude, that was rotting wood and donkey dick. That's what we got paid in.
It's like, oh shit. He's like,
we're starving, dude. We have to eat Scrum's toenails. Ugh. That's how we're getting nutrients.
We can't keep peeing in each other's mouth for fresh water.
And they leave fucking Johnny Depp, and he's like, all right, you're all dismissed. You don't get my scarves. I was going to give you all one for free. Savvy? Let me look at my compass. That's pointing towards my penis. I can't suck it anymore. I got too much schmegma in my mouth.
He's like, I need to get drunk. And how did he know the compass was pointing towards him setting the bottle on the fucking ship to look at the ocean?
I thought it was exactly what you thought. I thought it was pointing to the rum bottle for him to drink more. Like the compass wants him to drink himself to death.
Just kill yourself.
Like, dude, I'm fucking tired of you, Jack.
It's just pointing at the pistol. It's like, fucking shoot yourself, bro.
His scars just grossing me out more and more.
It's starting to get really gross, yeah.
And the fact that it was Johnny Depp's idea just pisses me off even more.
I don't even
and
know.
And the flock of seagulls' hair is his fucking idea as well.
Dude, his dreads got really long too.
I know, right?
It's weird.
And well, now in his braided beard is now attached to his braided ball sack hair, and they're connecting to each other.
Oh shit!
Wouldn't that be cool when he had his pants off in the jail? If his ball hair was braided to his chin hair.
Bro, what if they?
Why did he have his pants? We'll talk about that.
To make the statue, or the effigy.
It was just he was trying to get the smegma out of his wiener. He's like, this is a good place to do it. No one will see.
He's like, if I grab it and spin it, it slaps on the wall. Oh,
that almost made me throw up. you know...
Have to smack it on things to get it out.
And Faramir, I don't know what the guy's name was. I don't fucking care. The movie didn't care.
It was Captain England.
It was Faramir Redcoat. Faramir Redcoat realizes fucking young Turner has his shirt ripped. He's like, that must be treason, even though you escaped on a fucking exploding boat and your shirt could have ripped anywhere.
Yeah, like all your clothes are ripped, but your sleeves are ripped, and I don't trust that.
You speak of tridents and pirates, and I'm going to somehow follow them and expect them to do something when I kill them.
Do you know where I can get some pussy? No, I'm in jail. Just thought I'd ask.
He's like, and you know, so the Karina being the cunt she is now is Scooby-Dooed her way to the fucking hospital.
She has.
She literally Scooby-Dooed her way to the hospital. She comes up to him, and now all of a sudden we're talking about the mythological trident.
Which is, like, it's so weird. She went to go.
This is worse than X-Men. This has gotten worse than X-Men.
It has.
Like, and I understand there's always been curses and dead men and krakens and syphilis and all of the movies. I get it. But this, it's just like something about it, bro. Like, I don't know what it's like. I know Marvel's going to become the space fucking magic world. And I think I'm going to hate it. I really do. Because I'm fucking hating. I actually truly sort of liked Pirates of the Caribbean when it started.
Yeah.
Like, when I was a kid and I watched, I was like, all right.
Now it's
sort of
just
fruity, but it's funny. He prances around. He's fucking dirty dancing around.
Oh, shit.
But this one is just like, really? A trident? Poseidon?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was dumb. And even
I'll deal with Davy Jones. Because at least you humanize Davy Jones. It wasn't just, here's this trident we have to find and hope the Spaniard doesn't infect it with the flu.
Nor do they even explain Poseidon at all.
Not
They're
at
just
all.
Like, he has a trident. Okay.
He had a kidney stone. All right.
All right, cool. And that's what's weird. She comes up to him and she's like, I heard you talking about the trident. He's like, the trident of Poseidon holds all the curses of the sea. She's like, no, you're an idiot. Like, that's not what I believe. And it's like, well, why did you come to talk to me then?
And what is her point? First off, wait, fuck all that. I don't give a fuck about her dad. She's literally risking her freedom and her life for some retarded voyage that may or may not lead to anything.
Yeah, a treasure.
It's retarded.
I guess.
She's like, the day till I die, I'm going to die for my dad while I'm 20 years old so I can find this fucking stupid thing.
It's like, will I die for my dad or will he die for me?
I don't get it. And she's like, yeah, here's the diary that no one could read. It's my own diary somehow, even though I write in it, and I shouldn't probably. And he's like, yeah, I read it in all languages. She's like, why? You fucking idiot.
Yeah,
why would you read that in all languages?
He's like, well, each words are different, I guess. I don't know. I was bored. It's the 1500s. You think we got
Can I see your ankles? Can I lick them?
Can I take my dick out and rub it between your toes?
And Faramir, the only funny thing the British guy does is he just constantly calls Turner a coward. He's like, you fucking coward.
His foreskin shriveled up at sea.
You're the only one without schmegma on that boat. I know you're not a real pirate.
That's a mark of a coward.
And then we see Depp. He's in the rain. He's like, good, I haven't washed my wiener in 2 years.
It's like, washed up. I haven't washed my butthole.
He's like, hey, for the fans from this first two, I'm going to give you a balancing act. I'm just going to fall in mud. Like, he just tried to balance for no reason. He's like, I could still do it.
Oh, God, yeah, he tried to hop a fence. I'm sure there's other streets in the fucking town, you asshole. You just have to go over the fence. Yeah, he falls into a pile of shit.
Literally a pile of shit.
Literal pigpen pile of shit, because that's what he is. That's his movie career. It's just him climbing to the top.
Or is that Johnny Depp in real life?
Yeah, his life, his movie career, anything.
Can we just talk about this motherfucker for Pirates of the Caribbean, which we'll talk about when we talk about, the first one or whatever. He was nominated for an Academy of fucking Award. Yeah. For Best Actor.
As Pirates?
As Pirates of the Caribbean. Do you think when fucking the Academy was, making the nominees, they're like, we just gotta throw him one?
I think so, because...
Because when he won the Golden Globe or whatever for Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, you gotta think about it. His two best movies that people consider are him being a bumbling retard and him being the brother to a bumbling retard. Because Gilbert Grape is his other, award-winning fucking whatever, you know what I mean?
I don't think he got anything for that, did he?
I'm not sure if he won anything for it, but it's just that's one of his pinnacle movies. Because everybody remembers
I just told you his two pinnacle movies for him.
Oh,
and that's Edward Scissorhands and Pirates of the Caribbean.
And Mordecai.
So that's even... No, shut the fuck up. That's even more retarded than anything else. Because at one of them, he doesn't talk.
Yeah, like I said, he's a bumbling retard with, like, no reason as to why his hands are scissors.
It just... I don't get it. I feel like that motherfucker is just handed shit.
Well, yeah,
just
literally.
Just like his shitty movies. Like, he's like, yeah. And then when you look at what he says for his shitty movies, he's like, oh, those are studio design failures. Not my failure.
So how do you explain...
I just wore my scarves too tight sometimes.
How do you explain Tim Burton's shit?
They raped each other.
Because that's
how I explain it.
That is not a studio design failure. Those are just failures.
They voluntarily rape each other.
Yeah, and that goes on with him being handed shit because he's handed Tim Burton's dick every day.
Well, he makes dick jokes about his small and big dick. Because that's how Johnny Depp is.
He's like, I don't know if I have a small or a big dick.
He's so ambiguous. He doesn't know if he's a man or a woman. He doesn't know if he has a small or a big dick.
Did I hit that lady?
Yeah, and instead of just maybe walking through the gate, he has to do his trapeze artist balancing act on top of it.
Like I said,
like, see, I still got it, savvy.
It was an analogy for his career. He climbed to the top and then just fell in shit.
And he gave those pigs syphilis, that's for sure.
He gave the pig, yeah.
And so he walks into the bar to, be a drunk or whatever the fuck he was going to barter for alcohol. As he just walks into the bar and the guy's like, give me a bottle of your finest rum and keep the syphilis in it. And the guy's like, yeah, so where's the payment at? He's like, I forgot. I don't have any fucking money.
He's like...
I probably should have sold that Volt, actually, when I think about it.
It's like, can we parlay? How about this compass?
Yeah, and he just gives up his compass. No,
like an idiot.
Like, I get that he may have been falling off, and then he's a piece of shit now. Like, he's a real, like, he's not even, like, somewhat of an intelligent pirate. He's just retarded and drunk and old and washed up and abusive and suicidal.
Possibly stoned.
So, like, I don't know where the transcendence comes to the real life person that's playing this character, but that's what he was. And he just gives up his compass, which is probably his most valuable thing. The only place that compass has been was probably Calypso's, black tar leaking asshole.
And some God. Yeah, I don't get it
He was a man.
Because if the compass takes you to
he has a small dick, so he used the compass.
Why didn't he just go get laid instead? He was
know.
already pretty drunk.
Yeah, because apparently, women in Britain like 50-year-old drunk, retarded, schmegma-filled syphilis pirates.
Scabies, boys. Yeah, I don't get it. And if he really wanted free booze, wouldn't the compass have pointed him to it?
Yeah, that's true.
He's an idiot.
Yeah, and he trades his compass, which now, apparently the Spaniards are Aztecs, and they react to the sun now. Because as soon as Johnny Depp gave it up, some fucking waves started happening, whatever the fuck happened.
Islands crumbled. That's how traumatic this event was in the Pirates universe.
It was the equivalent to Jurassic Park T-Rex foot stomp.
Yeah,
Jack Sparrow putting down his compass.
Yeah, because all those Spaniards woke the fuck up, and they were like, oh shit, we need some chorizo and eggs real quick.
That's how you know they're Latino or Hispanic or whatever, because as soon as the sun came on, like, it enjoyed their day.
They woke up at sunrise.
It's like, and they go on this fucking murdering spree. Just killing off of all of fucking Barbossa's sub-pimp ships that he has.
Sub-pimp ships.
And, Johnny Depp stumbling around like he really does. He just has no girlfriend to beat. But in this movie, he grabs the bottle of rum that he was going to drink, and then they shoot it. So essentially, he gave up the compass for no fucking reason whatsoever, and wouldn't have woken up those Spaniards if he hadn't given it up in the first place.
Yeah,
was he not told this rule?
I don't know. Well, no, they do show the flashback, and the dude literally told him, he's like, just don't give it away, or don't give up on the compass. That's it.
But he doesn't say why, because that's how a pirate has to give you a fucking riddle that you have to figure out, and then later figure out another riddle so that you can figure out how to destroy the same thing that you reacted from with the first riddle.
No, Pirates just shows how society actually works. Because it's sort of like, in society people be like, oh yeah, don't eat before swimming, because one smart person said that once, and then 1,000 idiots said it after with no reason as to why it makes sense.
Right. It's true. So he gave up his compass.
Yeah.
And then we see the dead bird scene with the dude that was attempting to bathe, which is the first time we've seen in a Pirates movie.
I think he was just trying to drink.
He was washing his face. I thought he washed his face. I didn't remember him drinking.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I think they drink their fucking bathed water anyways.
Ugh.
How many pirates died from, mouth diseases? That's what I want to know. All of them.
Well, I think most people died because of their teeth.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, I don't think the bathing really mattered to them. They can live with the schmegma. They fucking are like, oh, dude, I'm dying from wisdom teeth, man.
Apparently none of them figured out how to brush it, though. Can't take 5 minutes out of your fucking day.
And then that's when we see Karina just being a fucking whore and a cunt. Carving shit in the wall and be like, I'm not a witch! I can turn my head around.
Yeah.
But I'm not a witch. She's reminiscing about her dad's kidney stone. She's like, I wonder how it came out of his penis. And then Did it go through the bladder correctly?
Yeah, and then
why am I talking like a pirate?
The period moon fucking happened, and she's like,
the period moon.
She's like, oh shit, there's secret writing on here that someone urinated on.
This is some fucking Page Master Thor shit, bro. It's Thor.
The convergence.
Oh God, everything, and we were just talking about this. Everything that has to do with her is almost retarded. In my opinion, I don't think you needed fucking Karina other than to let Barbossa finally fucking die.
He's not dead. He's coming back.
Either way.
Davy Jones will say
They had to be some connection for Barbossa to be a human, because other than that, he's just a crusty nose. He's a walking one-legged nose.
He's a rich French crusty nose in this one, that's for sure.
British.
Well, he looks French. I mean, yeah, I know he's like Spanish or some stupid shit.
He looks French because he looks gross and dirty. It's the only reason why he looks French.
Yeah, right?
With a straggling fucking gray pew beard. That's gross as fuck.
Oh, God.
You're ugly, mate. But what's weird is, like, there's really no point to her, in my opinion.
No.
Like, you could have had Turner just lead. Like, she could have been Turner in one. But they're like, wow, the actor we picked is such a faggot. What the fuck are we going to do?
Yeah, well, I mean, I didn't really like Turner either because his
they both suck.
Point was to complain and save his daddy.
Yeah, and his dad's like, look at me. I'm a fucking coral reef. That's from your mom's fucking pussy because she wanted to be a pirate so bad she got herself syphilis.
She was a good
This
English
isn't
girl.
from the goddamn curse.
You know, neither of us
It's the curse of her vagina.
Neither of us had syphilis. But why do you think our teeth are nice?
Right. Well, no, because they're British.
They came from a rich family, so they actually brushed their teeth, and then they decided to be pirates, so you can tell that they're actually like those rich kids pretending to be ghetto.
Yeah.
Because they have nice teeth.
And then that's when we see Turner sneaking in the jail. I'm not even going to explain how he does it, because I hate him. He goes into the jail, and he's
right.
like... He's like, I'm going to have my retard deaf conversation with Johnny Depp. And you see Johnny Depp being extra feminine and extra flock of seagulls. He's just swinging his haircut around.
Well, he's swinging his dick around, too.
Right. He's definitely swinging his dick around. He was jerking off to the thought of listening to Boy George. Not even listening to Boy George, just the thought of it. Right? And he's like, oh, mate, you see my dick? You see the schmegma?
He's like, bro, why don't you...
You want to eat it?
Turner's like, bro, why don't you have pants on? He's like, why is there a dick in your ass? He's like, fucking a captain doesn't need such fineries.
And Turner's like, this is the pirate that my shitty parents were talking about?
You look way grosser than the poster implied.
And Jack Sparrow's like, dude, first off, your dad's a cursed eunuch. Your mom has small nectarine titties. But damn, that pussy does smell good.
He's like, did you ever talk about me?
He's like, normally all the pussy I'm fucking has black tar heroin in it or it's fucking rotted.
He's like, I smelled a pussy once, savvy?
You want to see me dance around some more? I could swing my fucking gay hair around.
He's like, oh, let me spin in a circle for you. Savvy?
You know why he's been reduced to spinning around and dancing and savvy? Because he doesn't say anything that's intelligent or, like, clever anymore.
They took all his dialogue away from him. That was good.
So now he's just,
I think they were like, let's portray him as an idiot who's smart, and eventually they were just like, let's make him an idiot.
Yeah. We're to the point where, like, he's resorting to jokes like falling asleep when Turner's talking.
Well, that makes sense. He's so hair-oned out because he was making out with Calypso right before he got arrested.
Or he was sniffing a schmegma and that gets him high.
Oh, God. His schmegma is heroin. He puts the heroin in his foreskin. And
then Turner convinces him that he actually needs to help him find the trident, right? He's like, those Spaniards are after you, and that flu is vicious. And he's like, oh, I already have syphilis, Savvy. It actually is a counterpower to it.
You see it on my face.
And he brings up Captain Salazar, and he's like, yeah, I knew a Spaniard, and his name was something Spanish, those fucking Mexican. And Turner's like, what? He's like, oh, the French, I love them. They invented mayonnaise. That's the thing I use to offset my schmegma when I fuck with it.
Spanish people eat dinner at 12. It's weird.
Then we come to Barbossa, who's a fucking pimp. A true
He's
fucking
a sea pimp.
His ship is all jeweled out. And he has dead bones all over his fucking office that has an orchestra playing.
He literally has gold on the deck of his ship just in piles. That's how rich he is.
Yeah. And the two British dudes from the first movies that were the redcoats, they're now like decent pirates. They're like Barbossa's bitch.
Barbossa made him dress up too. He's like, if you're gonna run these streets, you gotta look nice. Do we have an accord?
And they tell him about Salazar, and like as he's like trying to like be a pimp, I thought he was gonna snort blow off his tongs that he was eating his raw fish off of. What the hell was he eating?
I thought that was Turkish delight, like a candy.
Oh, okay. It might be. You can tell Barbossa's just loving life.
Yeah, he is. He's just kicking it. He's like tapping his feet and his his foot, not his feet.
He's like, all I can see in front of me is me nose.
It's deteriorating.
Hey, nose, do we have an accord? Can you get smaller and less uglier?
Can you not leave me face, please? I know you're trying to fall off.
Can we officially change my name? I am nowhere near Brazilian.
Right? How did he get the name Barbossa?
When they tell him about Salazar to stop what's going on, he shoots at the orchestra, and then he's like, talk.
Yeah, he blows a hole in his own ship. What the fuck kind of idiot does that? And
so they let him know about Salazar, and Barbossa's like, who is Salazar? Is he one of the Mexicans, or is he a Spanish flu?
Will you help me work on the farm?
And he goes and sees the fucking last airbender cunt.
Bro, who was this?
I don't know. All I know is she was drinking hot, old, chunky jizz.
And she
was like, hey, Barbossa, you want something? He's like, I think me pass. I have syphilis already.
Yeah, because she was like, it's tea. He's like, bro, you threw that up.
That's hot jizz. I don't know what the fuck you think.
How many men you jerk off to make that tea? Be it 20.
And she's like, do you remember our agreement? And he was like, yeah. He's like, that means me rape you and you take away my enemies, yeah? He's just like, yeah, as long as it was with the gold foot. He's like, oh, yeah. So apparently when Barbossa has sex, he never gets enjoyment because it's just with his gold foot.
Well, yeah, I should have got the square one.
Yeah, and she tells him about Sparrow. This was the worst. If it wasn't Barbossa in the scene, this may have been the worst scene in the history of movies.
Right?
Because it was terrible.
Oh, God.
It was, and it's just like exposition how to explain that Jack Sparrow is being chased. It's so lazy.
In this
it's lazy now. It's just like, yeah, we all know now that Jack Sparrow might die, so let's make this movie interesting. It's like, what the fuck? No, like, seriously, I'm like not even trying to be comedic. It's pissing me off. Because it's like, they know that they're going to make money. They know that the Japanese are going to have their penis parade and then go watch Pirates of the Caribbean after. They know that the Chinese are going to make their people watch it. So it's like...
They're probably like, this is how we'll defeat America.
We have to sail the seas.
If the Americans know about the trident, we need it.
We need Young Ho Fat and for him to Chinese fight people.
And North Korea's like, we already have a ship full of skeletons. Doesn't sail, but we have one.
Or that's how they try and fight our fleet. It's fucking Kim Jong-un like, let's get Young Ho Fat prisoner and he can lead our sailing ships.
Kim Jong-un dressed as Barbossa. After he had to get his foot taken off because of the gout.
Or the diabetes.
Then
develop the folds of the fucking fat of his skin. And it goes purple and pink. And he just loses his leg.
But that's what I'm saying. You get 20 starving North Koreans on a boat. You basically have a boat full of skeletons.
That is true. And she tells him that's when the greatest line happens. Because this is the reason why this scene was funny. And she's just like, could you please retire? I know I look like... Who was that?
I don't know. She was just a witch. This is what I think about that scene. They needed to introduce more magic explanation, so they used a witch to make it give it credence. Because they're like, yeah, you have to stay on land.
I'll just take Calypso.
Yeah, it'd be cool if she could come back.
But whatever. So she tells Barbossa to retire, and that's when he's like, on a farm with grass, milking cows to make cheese. It's like, why did he have to say all that?
Because that's
like he was imagining his life flashing before his eyes.
Well, and he's like loaded too, so it wouldn't even be like that.
He's been alive for 400 years.
That too.
He has a rotting gargoyle nose. Like
it's about to fall off. No, but that's what I'm saying. He's got to be what you would consider like a fucking billionaire, right? He's got dough.
Yeah.
So why would he live on a farm milking cows? Like, bro, just make a pirate city.
Right. Just make a moat around your house and fucking be delusional like Johnny Depp probably is about his real pirate life.
Just sail the boat around your moat. 360 defenses.
I'll abuse Amanda Heard if I have to as well.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, he took, that was wrong. He took the compass and he made the deal with the last airbender. Whatever the fuck. What was the deal with her? He was like, let's make an accord. You stop drinking the jizz and I'll take the compass.
If I help you master the other elements, will you help me?
And the next scene they show Johnny Depp being dragged to jail and he's like, and then Paul McCartney, who's his Uncle Jack, apparently, he's like, dude, can I have just died before Lennon? My life's miserable.
He's like, why am I here? This character fucking sucks. And he does. This character fucking sucks.
I have Crohn's disease.
I think he's like so proper in real life that he can't pull off the pirate look. Because that's the one character that looks fake.
Yeah, he looks fake as fuck. And they have a really shitty joke with each other.
He's like, Jackie, me boy. Tell him that if you're going to get fellatio to have Hans do it. Tell him I said so. He'll only bite the tip off.
Yeah, and he's sent to death. And they're like, there's nothing else I could add to that. He's like, he was sent to death, right?
Yeah.
And the guy's like, hey, how do you want to get murdered today, you little bitch? He's like, well, I'm already being murdered by 4 different STDs, but I'll take the guillotine.
It's like, if you just wait a week.
He's like, it sounds French. I love the French. I could see my real life living there for hundreds of years and abusing women for hundreds of years.
They made mayonnaise, and that's what pirates use for lube.
And
Smells like the sea.
Karina's being hung too, and I almost wanted to be in the audience like, fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Like I was rooting for the hanging.
Kill the bitch. And I was like, no, she's
Kill the wench!
She's a witch. Well, it's Disney. We can't say bitch.
Yeah. And so she's being hung as Johnny Depp's gonna get his head chopped off, and he's like,
And he makes a drug joke. He's like, oh, can we just get stoned right now, guys? I'd love to be high. I am high. He'll light.
Yeah, like he's not even drunk anymore. He's just, that is his character now. He's so dehydrated and so filled with fucking alcohol that is what his character has become.
This entire scene is him not saying a word, but ah!
And like, so Karina, she's like, shut up! I'm gonna say my speech, and then Johnny Depp's like, shut up, bitch. No one wants to fucking hear it. Can I just die already?
Oh,
like,
shit.
Like, no, like, it's funny because he does this, though. Throughout the movies, like, he doesn't want to hear women talk at all. Like, you know how pirates are like, oh, women, shut up. Johnny Depp's just like, oh, God, can you shut the fuck up?
Yeah, he just talks, though. In this, he literally just talks over her. And then she's like, I'm trying to get my last words. He's like, well, fuck you. So am I guess. He literally says, don't we get, like, a last something or other? A last hit of hair on, perhaps.
Can I just get a new scarf?
Can you put, like, 4 more scarves over me head?
Can we listen to a Boy George song as I get my head cut off?
Give me a bucket of cum. It smells like the sea.
It does smell like the sea. As we've seen sea particles, it's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, it is. Never go in the ocean.
So you surfers are gross, by the way.
Yeah, surfers are full of mites.
You've eaten thousands of mites and bugs.
Bro, is that where scabies comes from? Is the ocean?
Yes, probably.
Damn. Savage.
And you're wet all day, so your skin is deteriorating.
That's right. Dude,
so
I guess that's why they all had to wear leather boots or sandals. Or go barefoot.
Yeah, and their feet are probably so pruned, it's like it looks worse than Shaq's feet getting a pedicure.
Well, you see it when they rip the toenail off.
Yeah, oh God.
Ugh.
Anywho, yeah, that's gonna make me throw up, actually, if I think about that. But, so Turner shows up and he's swinging around like a jackass and he, like, beats up one soldier. And you think, like, that's the rescue attempt? Like, this is gonna be a stupid Pirates thing. And he's like, oh, I'm just the distraction. And they shot the dwarf to, like, blow up things or whatever.
Yeah, the dwarf
team came back and shot the dwarf. No, they shot the dwarf out of the cannon.
They shot the dwarf out. This was the circus
No,
now?
They shot the cannon
and then the ultimate life or death balancing acts of the guillotine spinning. Like,
it's
literally.
a cartoon.
Yeah, because they hit
This is a fucking cartoon. It's a Saturday morning goddamn cartoon.
And it starts rotating like a river, what do they call it? Riverboat paddle.
Yeah.
And this scene literally is just him going, ah! Ah! Ah!
Yeah.
As the guillotine goes back and forth about.
I wonder how many of those cartoonish screams he actually did. There had to have been at least 55 times he did it in the movie. He did it as many times as his age.
Wonder how many that they just reused.
What do you mean? Oh, yeah.
Like, oh yeah, it all sounds the same. Well, we couldn't get him to...
and they're like, hey, can you look more like Charlie Chaplin now? Can you do more Charlie Chaplin looks where you just fucking move your eyebrows around and swing your eyeballs? Like, oh, God. I'm so over this shtick.
Bro,
He's retarded. He's retarded.
What if they could only film... Because I think they do action scenes a lot first, right?
Yeah.
So what if they filmed all these action scenes and the reason he has no dialogue because he was arrested when they were filming all the other shit?
Yeah, and so they have fucking that going on, and all the while, apparently, a whole British army, or like a little whatever army that they have there, can't handle 5 pirates, right? As we've seen before, that Jack Sparrow can escape from a whole military. Yeah,
this one especially made no fucking sense.
Because apparently all they have to do is knock out Faramir. Because Turner saves Karina as she was falling, because Scrum's an idiot. Scrum shows up. He's like, "Oh, hey, mate. Oh. Whatever." And he tries to jump kick the executioner.
Yeah, and
he should have done it with his fucking shoes off because he could have just murdered him with his toenail.
Stabbed him with the toenail, and if anything, just infected him with the toenail, and that would have killed him a couple days later.
No, because the executioner probably has staph and syphilis himself.
Oh God.
Yeah, it was funny because he tried to like jump kick him, which looked dope, and then it just like bounced off. Like I've literally never seen that in a movie. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that one was good. That's like something ripped out of a Jackie Chan movie.
But it was a fucking cartoon. Because what happens? He accidentally sets the lever off because he celebrated. He's like, "Oh hey, can I rape you now?"
Yeah, he bows and he's like, "I will court ye."
And speaking of raping, fucking Turner drops under him, and he grabs his hand under her dress as she says her being hung, and he's like, "So are we gonna work together?" He's like, "Actually, keep staying there. I gotta finger your butthole till I nut."
It's like I've never seen a butthole before. We don't have mirrors where I'm from. I never even seen.
And she's even like, I mean, I guess I wanted it this way, but can you get your fucking hand out of my asshole?
She's like, "I'm glad I'm not dead, but you're in my butt." Like, literally. Is that an erection?
And then Faramir shows up. He's like, "If I kill the coward, I could kill the wench as well." And he's like, Turner's like, "Dude, can I just nut first? Come on."
He's like, "Come on, dude." He's like,
"It only takes me 1.5 minutes."
It's like the rotation that she's on right now is perfect, too.
And then that's when Johnny Depp hits him by a 4x4.
And then that's
how you know it's a cartoon. They reduced Johnny Depp to hitting him with a 4x4.
And at this point, they don't even bother to show the escape. They just show them all standing there saving them. They cut to the next scene.
Yeah. He's like, "You're going to come with us, Sevy?" Because apparently Johnny Depp took them as prisoners now. Even though Turner had, like, presented to him to help him. And didn't say anything else other than that. Like, didn't say, "I'll kill you." Didn't say, "I have something that could kill you." He just was warning him that he could die. And that he was the son of the 2 fucking idiots.
Yeah.
And Johnny Depp was like, "All right, we're taking him prisoner. Fuck that guy." Just because he's around that bitch, and I'm tired of carrying around that kidney stone acting like she's something.
He's like, "I need the woman on the ship so we have something to hit."
So they go back to his dying Goldstone, right? And they finally release it into the water. Of course, he can't do it because, like, he doesn't realize there's a fucking rope underneath the boat.
The rope that's meant...
drunk idiot.
The one that's meant to be there to stop it from doing exactly
this. They celebrate it floating. They're like, "Yeah!"
That's how washed up he is now. Even he was like, "Oh shit, I thought we were just going to have to walk there."
And Barbossa looking for the Spanish flu, he's like, "Oh, rawr." He's like, he goes and he knows his men are probably going to die. So that's just fucked up in general. Like, at what point do these pirates, other than Jack Sparrow's crew, because they leave him on a whim, all these other pirates that are just willing to fight for Barbossa when they know he's just a selfish asshole? Well, every time that he's, like, inspiring them, like, especially later in this movie and in the other movies, it's just, Men, we must die because I'm not losing the Black Pearl anymore. Do we have an accord? And everyone's like, wait, what?
Well, because you got to think about it. He'll just kill you for not signing up.
That is true. Barbossa's sort of real.
He's like, bro, if we survive and you didn't fight, I'll kill you. If we fight and you die, oh well. As long as I survive. 99% of you are going to die every time.
So he gets Salazar's attention as well as, like, Salazar's men just kills all of his men.
I hear ye be smelling Jack Sparrow's magma.
No, he goes, Jack Sparrow.
Jack Sparrow.
And then he's like, Sparrow. He's like, wait, who, are we looking for the same guy?
He's like, who are you? I'm Captain Barbossa. I can't even say my last name right, because I'm not Spanish.
I can't say O's with me ERs, and I can't say ERs with me A's.
Like, I know you're not Spanish, hombre.
Can I smoke the black heroin that's coming out of your mouth? Do we have an accord? Can that be part of the accord?
What do you know about honor?
He's like, what's...
Yak Barrow.
What's an accord?
What is this accord? Can you tell him that for me? Can you?
And one of the dudes was a hat and a hand.
Yeah, he was. I wrote that down, too. There's literally a hat and a hand floating in there.
And one of Barbossa's fucking crew shoots his own guy trying to shoot the ghost. That was pretty funny. Because everyone just sort of looked like, jackass. Even the British soldiers were like, you asshole.
Barbossa looked at him. He's like, more money for me.
Yeah. And then he tells him, Jack is sailing for the Trident, right? And that some reason he has to make it a time limit to find Jack. He's like, I'll find it by sunrise. Salazar's like, all right, I was actually going to give you multiple days, but I'll just fucking kill you because I want to.
He's like,
Barbossa's like, shit.
He's like,
I'll trade me nose for the accord.
Made up your own time limit on this one, asshole.
I have ships on it. That's where my fleet stays, is in my nose.
He's like, it's on me, honor. What do you know about honor, hombre?
With his fucking rhinestone sword that he got from Blackbeard. He's like, what the fuck is that? That's the gayest, most feminine looking sword.
Can you tell him about my sword, hombre? I tap it on the ground, people die.
And then we cut back to Jack's dying Goldstone ship, and that's when we see that Turner's right about things, and Karina Smith is just a self-righteous cunt.
That's right.
Because he's telling her about shit. He's like, do you believe... he's like, it's the fucking dead that are after us. She's like, oh, can I believe that? Like fucking mermaids and the jizz kraken?
It's like, krakens don't jizz.
And it's like she names the two things that actually exist. So they trying to make her fucking stupid or actually like a legit scientist? Because most scientists don't believe things that don't exist.
Well, I don't know. Like, maybe just because they happen in the other movies, those are the common myths of her age now. Because they were like, oh, you hear about Jack Sparrow and the Kraken?
Yeah, that's true. And they start doing their page master shit where they're doing their little riddle off. They're like, yeah, it's a moon. Wait, a clue for the moon? Yeah, that kidney stone carries the light from the stars where you can find the moon.
You have to reinsert it into the penis of Poseidon.
And you must divide his butt cheeks and stick it in.
It's like a map no man can read. It's like, honey, none of us can read.
That's it. He's like, that was one of the funniest lines because he's like, most men on the ship can't read, so actually every map is a non-reading map, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's like, unless it's me, scoff.
She's like, but I'm an astronomer, and that's when Scrum's like, so you fuck donkeys, eh? Yeah. I just fuck them with my toenail. That's how I get it sharp.
It's like someone who raises donkeys. Oh, yeah, where's the fucking donkey, bitch?
And the fat Action Bronson's like, can we kill her and eat her?
Right.
Is that what that means?
He's like, I'll tape an episode about it.
Yeah. I'll make a Vice episode of me eating Karina Smith.
Hey, yo, Brooklyn.
And I'll make some annoying fucking multi-symbolic rhymes that piss people off and don't really understand anything, but I'm fat, so it looks cool.
I'm gonna rap about what food I eat.
I wear feelers that don't exist because they had to make 6X for me. Anyway, so yeah. And Jack, pulls his little, finally, a clever Sparrow thing. He threatens to kill Turner if she doesn't tell him about the kidney stone with the fucking stars. Because at this point, we don't know what this is. Like, we know it's a trident, but I didn't even know what if it was going to be a trident, like, they could grab. Like, I thought it was just going to be, like, an astral projection or some faggot shit like that.
Yeah, I thought it would be something less literal.
Yeah.
But it's actually, it's just a 3-pointed stick.
Yeah. And a stick that can't even kill Jack Sparrow with a book in his chest.
Well, I mean, why did he try to stab him with a magic staff? That's the real question.
Why couldn't he have just drowned him? Or threw him to his fucking friends and had the dead rape him? I don't know. I don't... It's just,
They're using Lord of the Rings logic. Like,
and at this point, because of the sun shining, you could really see his scar, and the staff is really bothering me. Like, that shit is disgusting.
It's starting to peel off.
Yeah, it's getting gross. And
somehow the X got redder.
Yeah. He threatens to kill her. He threatens to kill him, and he's like, I knew this dumb bitch would fall for this. She's a fucking idiot. She didn't notice there was a goddamn boat over the fucking top, but all right.
He's like,
somebody had to have done that, so how could she have not noticed that?
The boat was, I have no clue, maybe... I think they were just sailing with it on the side, because I remember thinking that...
It came off the ground, so they had to have dropped the boat.
No, I think in this scene, they just started with it being on the side. Because I remember they...
I know. So what I'm saying is, once the dying Goldstone got off the land, the boat was not on the ground as they were getting off the land. So somebody should have, or must have, dropped the boat.
Yeah. So
she should have seen that.
Yeah, but she's also like, they're probably just dumb pirates.
And yeah, she's an idiot.
She's an idiot for thinking they're dumb.
She's worn a corset for like 4 days straight. She probably has no fucking oxygen in her brain. That's why she's going crazy and doing some exorcist shit and fucking turning her head and carving on the wall with her pussy lips.
Yeah. And then, the barnacle dicks, that's what she was really afraid of, because that's what turned her around. She's like, he'll get raped in the ass by 1,000 barnacles under our ship. This is what we call keel hauling. You like that, team?
I don't get it. Apparently that's called keel hauling as well.
Oh, God.
And the irrelevant Faramir fucking British character, the one scene that he gets, is him just threatening to rape the airbender witch, whatever the fuck she was. That was it. That was it. And she was like, oh, you see this dumb bitch, what she carved in the wall? We just got to follow this. He's like, all right.
He's like, and once
I couldn't have done that myself, but all right.
Once again, he's like, and the British will rule these seas.
He was sorry, bro.
Do you need another British plot point?
He was sorry, bro.
He was weak, and they made him completely irrelevant, and they wipe him off the face of the earth, so who cares, right?
What do you mean?
Because the summation of the British people is that they come in, they talk a little bit, capture him, then he talks to this witch, and then they're on the sea for all of, 5 seconds in one scene.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right, yeah. Well, yeah, that's when they come to Sparrow waking up, who, this is getting sorry. Like I said, he's asleep half the time.
He's asleep, and he wakes up saying...
How many times has he been asleep in the movie so far?
At
least 3.
At least 3 or 4.
That's why his bail dropped down to $1. He had a wanted sign that was worth $1.
Yeah, they're like...
No one even fucking cares about Jack Sparrow anymore.
He's not hard to catch. He's asleep most of the time.
That's when Turner wakes him up. He's like, hey, you fucking drunk. Can you wake the fuck up? You've been sleeping for 10 hours. You're the captain.
Not only does
he's like, I'm doing 2 things at once. Don't you notice? Sleeping and drinking.
What does he dream about? Because he wakes up and he goes, spaghetti wolves.
Yeah.
The fuck is that?
And that's when he tells him his brunette advice, right? He's like, don't trust a brunette. Because when you rape her, you have to kill his brother.
He's like, savvy? He's like, no, I'm not savvy. He's like, you're going to have to pay me for that information. He's like, I'm not paying you to do that. He's like, don't ever say that to a woman. That would be 5 pence. Savvy?
What the fuck is that?
It's just him trying to get money.
He's just trying to Jew him out of money. It's weird because, she's like, oh, look into the stars. And I think that's when she was talking about Barbossa? No.
She wasn't talking to Barbossa yet. That was literally just their conversation because he tries to stab fucking Jack Sparrow and Jack Sparrow pulls a gun on him.
And she doesn't have a... Yeah, he's a fucking idiot. He tries to pull a sword. He's like, you're going to help me, you fucking drunk. He's like, I'm drunk enough to pull this pistol on you, aren't you, dumbass? He's like, haven't you noticed I have 4 pistols in my crotch? The fuck did you think was going to happen? I'm not that gay.
He's like, the reason they're pointed down is in case the syphilis gets too bad. I just pull the trigger, blow it off.
Or the schmegma.
The schmegma. The lead's good for the body.
And that's when Salazar has to have his fucking exposition, his flashback. He's like, Vámonos, vámonos!
Vámonos!
This is the Virgin Mary!
Come on, man. We're going to chase the pirate.
And Barbossa's like, I know what it's like to be under the dick of Jack Sparrow. I know. And he's like, ah!
You do not know, hombre. I did not kill men, I killed pirates.
And of course, the first thing that they show, which they have to show in every movie for the assholes, is Salazar eating an apple like an asshole. Like, why? He didn't even say anything interesting.
Because maybe it's just because apples are hard to get.
He's like, dude, these guys are asking for mercy. He's like, no mercy.
We showed them no quarter.
That was it. And the black Jamaican Kendrick Lamar pirate, in his flashback, in Salazar's flashback, killed him, and that's when Jack Sparrow finds his fucking retard compass.
Now that you say that, how would Salazar, having not even noticed the ship in the first place sailing away, have known that the black guy gave the compass to Jack Sparrow?
No, he was swinging it. Remember?
No, I know that, but
when Jack Sparrow pulled the lick on him, and Salazar had, instead of trying to save his men and his own life, had to stare at Jack Sparrow.
No,
he was swinging around his compass.
I get that.
He didn't get the whalebone dick yet. That wasn't the whalebone dick. That was the fucking compass.
I mean, just the whole, like, any perspective on Jack's ship in general, how would Salazar have known any of that?
I don't know.
Because he's the one telling the story.
I don't know.
Because it's not like a random flashback. He's actually telling a story.
Well, it's just that one pirate, and he was like, as he gave the compass to Jack Sparrow, he grabbed him. He was like, "Bitch, be humble. Bitch, sit down." Jack was like, "Wait, why do I have to sit down? I'm gonna
it's
go
in
save
my
DNA." And he gets his compass, and then he just talks shit in the gayest sounding voice. Like, how did they have to make his voice sound like that? I think. He's like,
hey,
I see it. There's only two of us.
I'll let you go.
Yeah, there you go. And Jack Sparrow, of course, he tricks the Spaniard, because the Spaniard has to be a fucking idiot, right?
Yeah, right, because they're...
Like, what does he think?
I don't know.
Because Jack Sparrow pulls the bootleg turn, which is apparently, like, a thing.
It's a bootstrap turn. Savi? Hombre?
And leads Salazar into the devil's dick hole, and he dies. Don't fuck with the devil's dick hole, because it opens up wide.
And then Salazar offers no explanation as to how he became a ghost. He was just like, I was died with anger.
Right? And that's when we see Jack Sparrow being paid tribute, and that he's never changed his wardrobe since then. Because he's a fucking scrumpy scumbag.
His tribute was all of his jewelry, the hat. Well, he had the scarf.
He never bought anything new, essentially. He kept the whalebone penis and the fucking little yachty beads.
And every once in a while, he finds a new coat. That's about it.
Right? Barbados is a fucking snitch.
Yeah, he is, and he's sort of a coward because he's like about to kill him. He's like, no, there's a ship. There he is. I don't want to die. I have too much gold. I'll die when me nose falls off. And it ain't that day yet.
Yeah, because the craters are getting bigger by the moment. Like, literally, the craters on his nose they're black cesspools.
We have an island that reflects the sky. My nose reflects the moon.
Yeah, and she gets back the map. Or, wait, Johnny Depp gives Karina back the map. He's like, read it, bitch.
And she's like, I'm a horologist.
Yeah, that's the horologist line.
Yeah.
And as they're saying, she's like, well, I don't know exactly yet. And they're like, and then Action Boss is like, yeah, can we shoot her and eat her now? I've been waiting for like 3 days.
It's funny, too, because
I got the whole Vice camera crew behind me. We're waiting.
She was like, trying to do science. She's like, this is the exact time in England that's going to tell me when the fucking sun rises. And he's like, what the fuck happened to the donkey?
She's like, not only that, I am she did kind of say it like a horologist, though.
That's what it's
like
called, though.
And
it's like, me mom was a horologist.
And Zor's like, I know. And Scrum's like, you son of a bitch. Can we tag team it later?
He's like, only if I can get your mom.
No, he wanted to fuck his own mom.
Oh, yeah. That's fair game.
And they've just been reduced to complete idiocracy. Because she's like, are pirates really this fucking retarded? And Johnny Depp's like, Savvy. Yeah. Sadly, Savvy.
We never know. Yeah, because they turn on him immediately. They're about to clap him. And he just tries
because they all want to clap them immediately.
That's what I'm saying.
And then they find out that they want Jack Sparrow. I think someone snitched. I think it was Turner.
No, Jack Sparrow snitched on himself.
Oh, yeah.
He was like, yo, if you kill me, they're going to be mad that you killed me because they're coming after me. And they're like, oh, yeah, okay. And that's when she asked if they're all
He
dead.
has an idea of mutiny.
Yeah.
Which eventually actually did save them. Randomly and luckily, but it did.
Yeah. Very odd.
Because they go on their little paddle boat. And that's when Salazar has to use his fucking retard scope. and he finds them like paddling away, right? And that's when she like has to take off her clothes to swim. Turner's like, I think I saw an ankle.
It's like, I like to lick an ankle.
He's like, Johnny Depp's like, you could have seen more if you stopped looking at my dick.
He's like, why'd you have to talk, young Turner?
He's like, it's hard not to look. You have fuzzy fucking bubbling white stuff coming out of it.
Ugh.
Yeah, that was gross.
That's just a mold. We make antibiotics out of it.
And he says something really gay because Turner's like, dude, I'm actually kind of done with your shit, and I think the smegma is like leaking to my side of the boat, so I'm gonna jump off now. And Johnny Depp's like, men are all alike.
Yeah, really.
I liked when Calypso made herself a man. Felt good.
And then he almost jumps into the water, and that's when you see dead sharks.
Oh god.
This was a bad. They were like.
This is terrible.
They're like shitty torpedoes. Essentially.
It's like everyone's doing water shit now. Like Jurassic Park was like, yeah, we have to have a water dinosaur. I don't know why so many Jurassic Park things connect to this movie, but
because it's basically Jurassic Park.
It's as retarded. Jurassic Park has a water dinosaur or whatever. Now they have to have dead sharks go after them.
I don't know. It makes no sense.
It was retarded.
And I like too how fucking.
I thought their ship was fast as well.
Who?
He could eat things, but apparently it's not that fast.
I don't know that they ever set a precedence on it.
Whatever. They sent fucking dead sharks. And what happens? Fucking Johnny Depp avoids like 9 stomps, even though the sharks could have literally just ate up the boat. But of course, he stomps. He avoids 9 chomps.
Stomps.
And he lassos a fucking shark.
Yeah, he does. He finally does it. Lassos a sea creature. He wasn't lying.
As Salazar swallows some more Spanish flu, and now they can run on water some more. So they run on water, and they're after him, and he uses as a lasso to narrowly escape the running on water Spaniard pirates, whatever the fuck they are now.
Essentially, yeah, because at this point, too, because he uses the shark to propel himself to the island.
It looks like a fucking cartoon.
It was a cartoon. And then he lands on the island, and it turns out, which we already knew as a viewer, that they can't walk on land, but Jack Sparrow didn't know that. And so when they hit the land, he's like, oh shit, you guys can't walk on land. I knew that, though.
Yeah.
He literally says that.
Yeah, that was... they have to have those rules, right? Or else it's all retarded.
Well, if they couldn't walk on land, he'd be dead within, like, the first half of the movie.
And he's like, oh, I'm back on land. I could dance again. Dun-na. Dun-na. Like, it's like, come on. He looks so fucking gay. And then, like, she is running through, her stupid ass gets caught in a fucking, whatever, the Filipino pygmy people, whatever they are.
They were just other white pirates. I don't know where the Filipino part came from.
Well, it looks... I want there to be Filipino pygmies, that's why.
They're
already pygmies.
That's the next one, trust me.
I just want to hear Johnny Depp go, wiki wiki, laka laka, eensy weensy. I just want to hear him say that shit again, because that was funny. She gets caught up in a fucking net, because she's a fucking idiot, right? And the British roll up on fucking the dying Goldstone, and Gibbs is like, oh, hey, Scrum. Scrum's just fucked up in this movie, dude. He just gets fucked up. He's like, hey, Scrum, Jack Sparrow said when he dies, he wants you to be captain. Scrum's like, oh, really, eh?
I could be captain now. He's like,
my toenail can rule the seas, eh?
My smegma is so honored.
And Gibbs is like, yeah, sure, buddy. There you go.
Let me go tell a story.
Gibbs is a fucking asshole.
Gibbs is the best. It's like, I'm going to go tell a story to the crew now about something.
And the British catch up to him. They start beating the fuck out of Scrum. And his name is Scrum.
Yeah.
All right?
And
so there's no need to feel any fucking sympathy.
The British even say, he's like, if you don't give up information, we're going to beat the fuck out of your captain. And Gibbs is there like, okay. That was the plan.
And
now
the dwarf is like, wait, I thought we were going to fuck a donkey.
I didn't sign up for the donkey show. Are you going to bowl me into some pins, inflatable pins yet?
And then that's another funny scene is like Jack just talking to Turner. He's like, hey, I heard you have the unscratchable itch. And Turner's like, yeah, I mean, I sort of like her, but she's a fucking cunt. And he's like, wait, unscratchable itch, is that who you're talking about? He's like, no, I'm talking about the scabies in my fucking face, dude. You might want to watch out, too, because this shit is actually airborne now.
Oh, that's right.
What? I said British tries to Jew treasure out of each other. Salazar murders.
Oh, so they're mad at Barbossa for not having caught them, and they're all hanging upside down, and the 2 British ex-soldiers were trying to Jew each other out of their treasure. Like, literally to tell the one dude's like, just tell me where your treasure is in case one of us survives. He's like, yeah, mine's buried under here. What about you? He's like, I don't fucking have any treasure.
You dumb bitch.
And you're gonna die first. Look at the line. They'll make it.
And Barbossa's like, hey, you retarded Spaniard. They can never leave that island again. Just let my peg leg go in there. I'll get it for you. Do we have another accord? And even fucking Salazar's like, this motherfucker. I'm just gonna chop his fucking nose off and fuck it. I don't care anymore.
He's like, God damn it. He got me again.
And apparently they make that accord. And now Jack Sparrow's woken up to a set-up wedding from the fucking very scary and scabies-infested jump-around crew. The House of Pain crew.
Oh, God,
with
yeah, that was gross.
They're fucking... It's just a bunch of inbred Irish people. I don't think this has anything to do with pirates or the 1400s. This is what Irish people are in the islands now. They're inbred and have scabies. And his punishment was that he had to marry this fucking, apparently this bald, scabies-infested Irish inbred motherfucker. And his punishment was to marry his even more scabies-infested, herpes-infested.
Oh, like green. She was green.
Bro, she had a scar on her hip, like a full open scar.
Yeah, that was...
She looks like what Kathy Griffin's going to look like in 20 years.
He was not savvy with that.
What did Kathy Griffin do? By the way, did she like piss on Donald Trump's head?
She had like a mask
shit?
of Donald Trump's head with blood on it. It was a photo shoot.
Oh, and everyone's butthurt about it?
Yeah, pretty much. She
Who
got
fucking
fired.
cares? That's art.
Yeah.
Especially with Kathy Griffin next to it, because you don't know if she's an actual person or not. She's so fucking ugly. Yeah, so this chick is disgusting, and this is like where the funny shit starts happening, because she's like, we'll have our honeymoon in the barn with our inbred Irish ways. And he's like, what are those? She's like, this is our children.
She's like, don't look.
I had it with me, brother.
They're one of Calypso's kids.
Ugh.
Don't look them in the eye. They'll hair on you.
He's like, I got scabies. She's like, I do too.
He's like,
well, I'm a bedwetter. She's like, I'll drink it.
And that's when Barbossa comes and saves the day. Sort of, for Jack Sparrow at least.
And it's funny because Jack Sparrow's such a scrump that as Barbossa shows up and just claps the Irish dude, he's like, makes fun of him for being married, and Johnny Depp's like, yeah, wait, do you have a gift for me?
He's like, that was your gift, is me killing you, the Irish man.
He's like, you're moving pretty well. Did you grow your fucking leg back,
That's
you crippled
right.
fuck?
And Barbossa proposed.
Can you grow a different nose, you ugly bitch?
Barbossa's like, bro, we need to leave. And Johnny Depp, being the idiot that he is, he's like, we don't have a ship, bro. He's like, yo, you have a ship in your pocket, you asshole. And I so happen to have the sword that can let it go.
My rhinestone sword watched me moonwalk back on the beach with the peg, eh?
So now the pearl fucking needs to be released.
Yeah, he cracks the bottle. And Johnny Depp, being the idiot, he was just like, oh, it's still miniature. It's still miniature. Oh.
And Barbossa's like, it needs to be in the water, methinks. Maybe.
She needs the sea.
And he throws it in the sea, and even he's like, oh shit, this might not have worked.
He's like, it was a good ship. It's over. And I guess the monkey came with the ship.
The monkey was in the bottle, yeah, they did show that.
And Barbossa, of course, this is great. He pulls out the gun on Jack. He's like, bitch, I'm captain, all right?
The pearl can only have one. That's right.
And he ties up Johnny Depp as a captain as if he was going to really do anything. That's the smartest thing Barbossa's ever done.
Yeah.
And now Johnny Depp's Goldstone crew is on the British ship, and that's when they use Scrum's toenail. He's like, we need something sharp. Apparently the medical guy is like, doesn't care how nasty their fucking feet are because he's like massaging the dude's feet.
He's just looking at it. He's like, yeah, that's syphilis, that's staph. You got some gonorrhea here. Oh, so just normal, right? Yeah.
And apparently they can't clip toenails with knives or anything. There's no way to maintain that. I can highly don't believe that. They are just choosing to be fucking scumbags. Yeah, so they bite off his toenail, and Gibbs, like, sucked his foot off. That's why they looked at each other hella weird. That shit was funny, because as they escaped or whatever, I forgot who got them out. Who did get them out?
They got themselves out.
Did they?
The toenail. And then they stole the lifeboat.
Yeah. And they're, like, looking at, like, Scrum keeps looking at him like, dude, what the fuck was that, Gibbs?
And he's like, I
like feet, I'm sorry.
He's like, I don't want to be captain anymore. Can we just leave? And this is when Barbossa and fucking young Barbossa talk, who we find out is now young Barbossa, fucking Karina.
Again, and she's a self-righteous cunt again. He's like, "Oh, matey, they stole me kidney stone. He put it on a turtle and said it would lead him to the trident.
That fucking Italian.
Your father's a no good pirate."
She's like, "No, he's not."
She slaps the fuck out of him. His nose almost fell off.
It's like, actually he is, but all right.
And it's like, I started thinking about this. It's like, she's just a bitch on a conquest for nothing.
Yeah.
She's risking her life for nothing.
Essentially.
Because if she was a scientist, she probably would have realized the odds, even if this is real, the odds of making it is retardedly low.
And now that, she knows they're being chased by fucking zombies.
She's just a bitch.
Just
like Barbossa, she doesn't care who dies in her conquest. She doesn't fucking care.
Literally, because at the end of that conversation, Barbossa's like, "All right, bitch, I'm walking away." He's like,
"You're lucky I didn't fuck you with my leg.
I'm gonna go talk to Sparrow."
Yeah, and they just paint. They didn't even try with his crusty fingernails. They just painted it black.
Essentially, yeah.
Just rotting fingernails. And that's when Johnny Depp figures out. He's like, "Wait, Smith, I remember we ran a train, but you were the one to nut in her, you ugly fuck."
He's like, "You're ugly as fuck." He's like, "I'm going to tell her you're her dad, and she's going to throw up." He's like, "No, you be not." What is your
He's like,
price?
"Can we have an Accord?"
He's like, I
just want to say Accord 100 times.
Honda Accord. That's what I drive.
He's like, "All right, I got one. Get rid of your nose. Let me fuck your daughter. 100 million barrels of rum. And I know you can't find that."
He's like, "And I'm going to fuck that monkey." I'm finally going to do it.
I don't care if I get Ebola. Savvy? I already have syphilis. It's fine. Can I dance around, too, for the ship? That'd be me other Accord. He's like, "That's fine as long as you can dance with me leg."
You can dance with me leg. "Oh, well, can I dance with your leg off, Savvy?" It's like, that sounds gross and I don't like it. No Accord.
"Can I fuck the hole in your leg?"
Yeah.
Savvy? And Salazar, he eats the British ship because he was like, "Yeah, this is irrelevant anyways. Let's just eat these fuckers." And
yeah, they show up for 1 second.
The
they're
ship eats ships, bro.
It makes it
like,
seem
just
like...
think about that. If you're listening to this and you haven't watched the movie yet, which I don't know why you would. It's about to be a fucking hour and a half. So there is going to be spoilers. But a ship eating ships. Eating them.
Yeah. It just literally pulls up like a fucking banana and eats the ship.
And if that was the case, apparently the eating of it makes gunpowder blow up and explode.
I don't know.
When Barbossa sees that, how does he think fighting them, they would even have a slight chance?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
What the fuck are you destroying? It obviously doesn't get destroyed. It could work with one plank, essentially. And a guy with a hat and a hand.
Well, I think what it was more of is like, just stand your ground until we hit the fucking island and maroon our ship.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, whatever. And now they get to the scene where fucking, he finally gets his wish of getting Jack Sparrow. He escapes, right?
Turner helps him escape.
And no one fucking is looking to kill her or attack her. They're just going to let her fucking sail.
Well, she's just sort of irrelevant to them.
I know, but they're just going to let her sail.
I mean, I guess if they were really about killing pirates and they just see this chick who looks sort of like
okay, I give you captive. That. Okay, I could give you that. But yeah, so Johnny Depp, this is the ultimate Scooby-Doo. I mean, this is fucking Scooby-Doo to a core. He's he's jumping on boat cannons, and then the statue in front of Salazar's Spanish flu crew, fucking, what is that called? What was this shit called? The Virgin Mary?
Santa Maria or something like that.
The statue comes alive and now is attacking Jack Sparrow.
Well, yeah.
It's retarded.
That was dumb. Like, literally, we didn't need that. It would have been cool to just have more of the fucking pirates come down and fight him. Like, a statue? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I
This
don't
is
know.
not the Mummy, bro.
I don't know. And on some Scooby-Doo shit, like, Jack gets into his boat, and Jack's like, "Oh, I kind of like this boat. Should I steal it?" Like, that's how he is looking at it. He's like, "This is sort of nice. It's moldy."
He's like, if there weren't...
I like sitting on mold.
He's
Helps
like,
my smegma.
I would steal it, but there's too many Spaniards.
On some Scooby-Doo shit, Salazar just shows up, and apparently he wants to sword fight Jack Sparrow before he kills him. Even though probably could just, like, suck him off to death.
Well, it seems like he could just throw his sword at Jack Sparrow, probably kill him as drunk as he is.
And as they're fighting, they land in Stoner Island. right?
That's right.
And Salazar panics, and because Johnny Depp gets away because he's a sneaky motherfucker.
Yeah. Because they showed like some of the ship is going on to land because the dudes start disappearing, and Salazar's like, "Oh fuck, I'm about to die."
Right? And he just takes Turner, and of course Jack knows nothing. He's like, yeah, is this an island with rocks?
He's like,
Savvy?
And I'm not.
And she's like, yeah, you fucking asshole. It's Stone Island, whatever the fuck this shit's called.
Being pirates too. How did not one of them say like, "Hey, can we steal all these jewels?"
Oh my god. And she fills in the missing kidney stone, and that somehow lights up. It's a fucking. I think I could go to the Exploratorium and see the same thing.
Tim Burton wrote this. I don't think he actually did, but he did in spirit.
It was terrible.
It was bad.
She aligned. It's just some Fantastic Four shit. The last Fantastic Four. It's literally aligning rocks, and it opens up to the gods or whatever.
It's fucking Indiana Jones, bro.
It's so fucking garbage. It's fucking garbage.
Yeah, it opens a hallway in the sea.
Oh my god. And of course, what happens? Barbossa shows up, and his ugliness leads a separation of the sea.
Yeah. He's like, I just stick me nose in the water and it tries to escape. This island looks like the planets. Does my nose look like an asteroid? And
of course, what happens? Her and Johnny Depp fall down on some Scooby-Doo shit. And wait, what happens?
They literally just fall down.
Yeah, they fall down. And on some Scooby-Doo shit, fucking Salazar transfers his body into Turner, because now he has that power, apparently. And the's a rule to it as well.
So they've never set up, and that's what I was wondering, too, is how does he know this, being that they've never done it before?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. And Johnny Depp and Karina are walking through separated sea.
Yeah.
This is retarded, bro. I almost wanted to walk out of the theater at this part.
Yeah, because this part just became irrelevant.
He's like, oh, this is the perfect stage for me to dance around. Put on some Boy George. Let's have fun. Savvy?
He's just running around kicking like coral and shit as he's dancing. It's like a Guardians of the Galaxy re-edit.
It looked like some Avatar shit.
It did look like Avatar.
And that's when fucking Turner, that is now Salazar's semen body, whatever the fuck he is.
Well, first they see the stick of Poseidon, because that's
God.
what it is.
Yeah. Oh, God.
And
it's
then
the rotting dick of Poseidon. And she's like, if I grab that dick, I think if I put it in between my titties, it'll make my father's nose normal.
It's like, it's a good trainer for dildo sizes. One small, one medium, one large.
And he runs down, and on some Pagemaster shit, after Jack Sparrow fights Turner for a little bit, apparently, how does he leave his body? Oh, no. He grabs the trident, because he fucks up Jack Sparrow, because he can't do anything. And her stupid ass can't even, handle herself or hide the trident.
Yeah, and it causes him to leave Turner's body and now able to walk on land with the trident.
Yeah.
Which I didn't get, so that makes me think even more. If they could just possess someone and walk on land, why didn't they just possess all the motherfuckers that were rolling through into the Devil's Triangle?
And instead of just killing Jack Sparrow off top, he's like, yeah, I'm going to throw you around the water. This is cool, right? I'm going to throw you, you presumably 60 miles per hour at a coral reef rock, and you're not going to die or get hurt.
Right? He's like...
Because he's so drunk, he doesn't feel any pain. He's like, yeah, I don't fucking care, Savvy.
He's like, does this remind you of Lord of the Rings, hombre?
And it's just him going,
And then he stabs him. It's like, this isn't working.
As it seems like Turner and Karina Smith are creating riddles as this goes. They're like, oh, what if we divide my butt cheeks and divide my titties and divide my ass and divide my dick hole? It'll all divide, right?
It's like, first I gotta divide your dick in half.
Wait, every 10 years, that means the curses must be broken.
Every 10 years, my schmegma falls out.
What the fuck was that? Oh, God, this was terrible.
Yeah, they start going in circles on this one.
And that's when the anchor shows up, right? Because apparently now the Dying Goldstone or that was the Black Pearl now. It's the Black Pearl. They drop an anchor as Barbossa somehow looks like he's dying even more. He looks like he's dying so much that, you know how a fat old man is dying? He somehow gets very, very skinny. That's what he looks like.
He's like, me nose has hit critical mass.
And, they turn human or whatever.
Yeah, because they cut the fucking trident in half.
Yeah, and he climbs up the anchor as everyone's trying to be saved. And, Jack Sparrow, the dumb cunt, the dumb fag, and
Silly
Barbossa
dumb
are trying to
cunt,
climb up. Salazar gets on it. Everyone else dies, though, because Salazar doesn't give a fuck about his crew. He's like, you guys had the Spanish flu anyways. You're going to die in a year.
And his homie with the eye patch is just sort of looking at him sad. He's like, you know how many times I touched his ghost dick?
And he tries to climb up. So fucking he grabs Karina Smith, and finally Karina Smith, apparently while they're dying and have to be pulled up by an anchor, which at any bad movement could die, she has to turn Barbossa's fucking wrist to see that. Oh, he had the trident stars. He must be my daddy.
She's like, what are you to me? He's like, me greatest treasure besides me gold. Actually, I abandoned ye.
Sparrow's like, wait, I can 2 for 1. I actually hated this motherfucker. And he drops his sword to Barbossa. And Barbossa kills Salazar, and Jack Sparrow's like, yes, I still win, motherfucker.
Yeah, he gets his boat back, too. He's like, yeah.
It was retarded. And
once again, this leaves Jack Sparrow as the last pertinent pirate.
Well, first off, Barbossa Tom Petty's his way to death. He free falls. Because he really free falls as he looks at it. He's like, free falling.
Oh, God.
It's the free falling. Right. The Tom Petty fella sang it best.
On his lute. I think I met one of his friends. It was Jack's dad.
And she's like, that's when the dude's like, hey, my lady, can I touch you with my toenail now? And she's like, he called her Smith or whatever. She's like, the name's Barbossa. Now I'm going to be even more of a cunt than I'm a pirate. Oh, God.
I hope you don't see me in the next movie.
And Jack's like, here, give her the fucking book so you can at least see her knees this time.
Yeah, just get her off the fucking ship, bro.
And then we see her and him fucking on a farm. Of course, he has the farm lifestyle.
And making cheese.
And he's like, yeah, I guess I did have an unscratchable itch. My bitch has fucking scabies as well. She slaps the fuck out of him. He looks at her like, bitch, what the fuck you slapped me for? I'll knock you the fuck out.
She's like,
He's like, don't remember, I've been hanging out with Johnny Depp for about 3 years. I know how to beat a woman.
That's right. She's like, well, I just want to make sure you weren't possessed. He's like, bitch, I thought you didn't believe in that.
He's like, oh, the Dutchman, it's Daddy. It's Daddy.
Daddy. There's the Dutchman.
And Orlando Bloom shows up, and he's like, yeah, the curse has been released. Can I tag team your girlfriend? I'm actually looking for some new pussy. And then he's like, oh, you are? And then fucking Keira Knightley shows up, and Orlando Bloom's like, you son of a bitch! I wanted new pussy.
Why'd you have to come back? Even Orlando Bloom's like, you see how old I've gotten since the last one? It's been forever. I'm like almost 45.
And even Jack Sparrow's grossed out. He's like, as he's looking through his telescope, which you can see miles away.
Yeah, he's like, ugh.
He's like, oh, God. He's like, that bitch turned him into coral reef.
He's like, where are we going now, Captain? He's like, I don't know. I have an engagement somewhere in this specific area where we'll set up the next movie and such.
I just want to sing a unisexual song about being a man and a woman at once.
How come we ain't singing no shanties yet?
Do you want me to dance? And he trances. He trances to it. He's like, yeah. Let me swing my blonde hair around. It's blonde now. You see that?
I'm gonna hold the wheel on the side.
He's like, now give me that monkey so I can rape it. And that's the end.
That is the end, yeah.
The movie fucking sucked. It was terrible.
That was probably one of the worst parts.
And it had like I said, the only reason why I didn't get a 0 is because of the fucking 5 jokes that I laughed at and the 3 other things that weren't supposed to be funny that I laughed at.
Right?
So, if you're on iTunes right now, just fucking subscribe. And if you really are fans, like I said, you can do it.
Just kill yourself.
Just delete, download, delete, download, delete, download, and then listen to them. Just do that 500,000 times?
Yeah, come on, man.
And we'll finally get a sponsorship.
Can someone hook us up with a sponsorship of something like the East?
I was thinking of reaching out to the inflatable clown. That was going to be the first one I was going to do.
Sock and boppers would be sick.
Sock and boppers.
Do they make those still?
Or the people that sell these dab tools, the wax smoking tools that aren't considerably wax. Maybe I'll reach out to them.
Yeah, you know it's weird when fucking dab tools and containers are being sold in line at Walmart. And they're like, it's a sculpting kit.
Maybe we'll get sponsored by weed. Because probably only potheads listen to us anyway.
Can Action Bronson sponsor us with weed?
No, because I don't follow cannibals on Vice.
Okay, well, what about Burner?
Fuck Burner.
He'll just sit in the booth and talk like a bitch.
Yeah, I can actually rap, but I rap like this.
My voice really sucks.
Hey. I sound like... He sounds like fucking MC Search. Looks like MC Search. If you're on SoundCloud right now, too, follow us. I know that we're following like 1,100 people and we have a few hundred followers. It's not for anything. We're not a bot.
That's just the game.
I've just followed people and now we're getting plays. So there you go. And if you guys haven't realized that podcasting is a joke, it is.
Yeah,
Because even the podcasts that do get sponsored, are they really getting money like that?
Yeah,
I don't know if they are. Tell me if they are. And I don't fucking care if we're ever popular, to be completely fucking honest. Because that would just expose of all the slandering that we do.
Unless Vin Diesel listens to it, that I want.
Or Johnny Depp.
Or Johnny Depp.
And follow us on Twitter and Facebook, because you'll see the release schedules for when we're doing all the Pirates of the Caribbean series. And check out our previous episodes. Really just check out Fast and Furious, because that's our golden child, in my opinion.
Yeah, rest
check
in peace,
all those
Paul
out.
Walker.
Episodes 44 through 51.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it all out. So, Johnny Depp, please don't use this as inspiration to keep beating more women.
And don't get into a boat accident and die like our last favorite star.
But please get syphilis.
But please die.
And that's my order of opinion.